There it is. There it is. Welcome to a Pup Cam cast with Badger. Hello. You have your puppy. I don't know if your mic works yet. So all she's doing is snuggling, so I can't test anything.
Hey, YouTube.
Hey.
It works.
There it is. And we'll go out on oh wait, we're not out yet. Hold on a second. Then we'll go out to Facebook. Nope. Why is that button not working? Oh.
Technology.
What's happening?
Oh, I see. If I keep my head turned this way,
There it
I
is.
look kind of attractive.
She's just going to hold it that way the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's called angles, Sorg.
I apparently know nothing about them. Because I was called out on that one time with one of my...
You can find a YouTube video if you need to learn really fast.
You know what? Maybe I should learn about angles and lighting and stuff. Maybe that's something that would be helpful for what we're doing.
Yeah,
So...
it'll buff out.
Buff out. We and hopefully we don't have the same problem we had the last show, where we had a glitch in the middle of the show and the entire half of it was like low frame rate.
Really?
Glitchy, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Of like an hour ago.
You gonna come back up here?
All right.
Put it on?
Fluffy!
Is that where you're gonna be?
No, don't. Oh, no, not that. No, not chest up.
Chest. Wait.
That's good.
Nope.
No, that
No,
no.
back down. No.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Now it cuts off half your head. Right.
Hold on. I'm doing this at a funny angle.
I have to maintain that. Well, I'll just put the disclaimer I'm fatter in real life. Put that in a disclaimer below it.
Shut up, you look great.
No, that was in my Facebook dating. That was my first line in my Facebook dating thing. It was
Yeah, headphones.
oh, do I?
Yes, I didn't get you.
Okay. But I put, don't worry, I'm fatter in real life. And one dude was stupid enough to be like, so how much fatter are you in real life? And I answered, I said, I'm shaped like a brick. Think like a corgi, but rolling around in cottage cheese. I hear somebody, oh, there's Mad Mike! Hi, Mad Mike.
Oh, hi.
I can
That's
hear you
amazing.
laughing even without headphones.
I'm shaped like a corgi.
Alright, you get this.
Oh god, that's the most adorably accurate thing I've ever heard.
Come here, pupper.
What up, Mikey?
Oh, how you doing, sir?
Good. How about you, bud?
I've been doing.
I hear you.
Hearing HD?
It's, there's Ray Rowe on TV right now.
Oh,
The-
Eric?
Eric.
that
fellow.
bastard
yes.
that owes me a title shot.
Yeah, he
Puppy dog,
does.
over there.
He's been holding on to that tag title for a while, hasn't he?
Go see Badger.
Hey,
No.
Sorg, if I was in wherever they were at last night, I would have answered the open
butt's in
challenge.
the-
Mm-hmm. Oh, is our
Would've
Twitch
answered it.
working? Is our Twitch not working? Hold on a
No,
second.
I know I have a Twitch going.
I'm sure you do. Hey guys, sorry for the lateness. Had some technology problems. And trying to make sure we don't have the errors
Really
that we
loud?
had earlier tonight.
She's
Sorg,
really
never
loud.
apologize for striving to
She's
achieve
really loud.
excellence.
She's really loud?
Yeah.
I haven't heard her talk.
No, her
No, my
headphones
head-
are really
oh my
loud.
God.
Oh.
You literally almost blew her eardrums out.
Alright,
Like,
how about that? Try that. Try this. Hey guys, Try sorry this. for the lateness.
Um,
Try this. Had Try some this. I got technology some.
a
problems.
little delay.
Okay.
Better,
too.
better.
Well, no, that's another feed coming through.
Oh, is it? Okay.
All right, we are on Twitch now. That was me testing Twitch.
Oh,
Oh, I got the
there's
dog.
Whoa.
the rib.
Oh, I got the dog.
Oh boy, what was that?
That was the
No,
squeaky
he's
toy
okay.
dog.
No, go back that way. You're fine.
Hold on.
You're
So
okay. You're okay.
we were we were
Don't be
promised
scared.
the Badger and Wicket meetup
It didn't go too well.
is what's happening.
Oh boy.
He's just like, Ronnie, save me. No, go back to Virginia. No, go back to Badger. No, not me.
Sorg,
I'm not Badger.
I'm not
Oh,
sure the
okay.
Facebook
Hi.
video
Hello?
feed looks a little
Hello. Okay. hold on.
crappy.
Crappy?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hold
I don't
on.
know. I don't know if it's just me. Let me try and refresh.
Okay.
I'm checking out my end.
We're going back over there now. Okay.
Mm,
No. Be friends. Be friends. He's like, no.
eventually, he'll just drop behind you. Hold on.
That
Oh,
is.
I just see a
that's,
dog.
that's several of our moves.
I see. Oh, it looks all right here.
No, back to me again, I guess. Hello. Hi, puppy. You wanna?
Maybe it's my cat. That's
He's offended. It's very possible.
Say something.
That happens with
Say
animals.
that.
They're very territorial.
Oh man, that makes amazing sounds.
He's like,
Oh, hi, Wicket.
There he is.
I see him.
he's not having it. He's like, no, you hurt me.
It happens.
Oh, okay, sorry. I think it was on me.
Watch how you hold him. Watch how you squeeze him. Then he turns
That's-
into
Oh,
a
I have
squeaky
the
toy.
same. I have the same warning label too.
Okay.
So do I. That was
Pull
actually the first
Pull
line
the
of
mic
my
over towards you,
dating
please.
profile.
It might be on my end too. Let me adjust this.
No, Sorg, it looks fine.
And he's back.
Okay.
It was on
No,
me.
no, talk. No, we're not doing
okay.
ASMR.
Oh, no, I need those back, please. Thank you.
All right. Do any of you guys listen to the New Day podcast?
No.
Oh,
I have
my
been. I have
God.
been. Oh, there's a new episode up.
Badger knows exactly what I'm talking
What
about.
happened? What
Oh.
happened?
My God.
What did they do?
First of
did-
all, praise be to
Yes.
whatever deity blessed us with this New Day podcast because
It's so great.
That's Vince McMahon. Obviously, that's Vince McMahon.
I don't think
Okay.
it is. I don't think he knows what a podcast is.
He doesn't know what's happening. There's we are to the point where if it's not on Monday or Friday, it's not
And
in his realm.
Some could argue Friday.
Yeah. Boss needs to sleep on Fridays.
I don't know what social media is, kid.
Yes.
Bishop's still handling that, right?
It's not my fucking problem.
Who the hell knows?
Not my fucking.
But Sorg,
What'd they do?
they did about 10 minutes of ASMR.
No.
Yeah,
amazing.
it was.
I can't believe that wasn't like a premium that you had to pay for.
Yeah, like no Patreon or nothing. It's just like.
It's because they're getting them Pat McMahon checks.
Mm-hmm.
I still think at least those 3 episodes were all recorded in like one afternoon too.
Oh, probably.
It really feels like it. Like it's not like how like Corey's actually doing like updated.
Yeah, Corey's doing week to week, but
Yeah.
I mean, with Woods' injury, they probably
Yeah,
did
they have
as
some
many as they
time
can.
and they have some subject matter, so it's.
But
I didn't know Kofi lived in Texas.
No, me neither.
I don't know where I thought he lived, but it wasn't Texas.
I mean, you kind of presume everybody lives in Florida now, right?
Yeah.
like generally.
Mhm.
So I mean, let's see.
Oh man, but yeah, they did a whole thing of ASMR, and wow, Biggie, he's got a second career in that.
Does he?
He
Biggie-
has a
Biggie looks
second
like-
career.
He's working on a second, third, and fourth career. Sometimes it seems like.
I was ovulating at a violent rate.
Me too. It was very awkward because I was in a I was getting my oil changed.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
what
getting my
a
oil
terrible
changed.
time for that to happen.
I was getting my oil changed, playing Pokemon, and listening to New Day doing ASMR. It was a very weird.
You had
afternoon.
a busy day.
There's a lot happening.
I was catching a lot of Pokemon, so I was okay with it.
Jeez.
And there was a guy older than me on his Switch playing Pokemon. I tried to challenge him to a battle, but he did not accept.
He's probably like, where's this coming from?
I was upset a little bit.
You got a little bit of Wicked in your shot there. There's like, what is that fuzzy thing over your shoulder?
Buzzball.
Wicked Wild, Wicked Wild.
Yeah, the podcast dog is back.
Wicked wild.
This will be
wild-
fantastic until he catches somebody walking by the window.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, excuse me. Sir. Sir, camera's that way.
Podner says that should have been on New Day's OnlyFans.
There's that face.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think we've already seen the content that will be on Woods' OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's up there.
Yo, Woods was like going ham on the fucking treats like his first week after. Like, do you know what I'm talking? I hear you laughing, Matt Mike. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I forget what he made the one time, but he made like I think brownies and mixed like peanut butter cookie.
yay. Oh, he forgives you though.
Oh, good. Okay, we're getting there.
You're to the your hair smells nice phase of the relationship.
He's back to me.
Wow.
Sir, she's over there. Sir, hi. Hello.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's how we're gonna be.
That's just mean, buddy.
Cool.
Don't
Cool,
put
cool,
me
cool,
in.
cool, 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 cool.
Don't put me in the doghouse, dude.
Oh my god, look at the ear.
Sorg, the lower thirds.
Yeah, I'm working on them. That's why.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
working- I'm-
I was gonna say like
I'm like working on them right now.
everyone is Chad the Shad.
Yes, everybody is Chad the Shad right now. I don't know why I changed this one because it was already at least Ronnie Starks at one part of it.
That's not my name.
Hmm?
That's not my name.
What's your name?
My name's Regina.
Okay.
We talked about this.
No, I don't think we did.
And Regina rhymes with fun. Wait,
What?
What?
No.
that's a Deadpool joke.
Oh.
But he said Regina.
Mm.
Yeah.
Cool. Neat.
Yeah, I don't know. I watched like the tail end of Deadpool over the weekend, and now I have Deadpool quotes in my head.
Oh wait, I have you here. What the fuck?
Whoa.
I give up.
Wow.
I give up.
My name was really big.
I give up.
You're
No
your
titles.
big name.
It's hard.
Ah.
I don't know what anybody's name is.
See what I did there?
That's the only time I'll ever be a big name.
Oh.
No. Listen, the self-deprecating humor is my gimmick. So if you could like
It's all yours. You can have it.
watch the stepping on toes.
Sorry.
Oh shit!
Buddy.
I'm sorry.
You can have it.
I've been using your gimmick for 36 years. Oh, I am embarrassed.
I'm walking on eggshells today.
Ooh, I am so sorry.
It's the Sam Adonis treatment all over again.
Oh. Who are you again?
Nobody important, pal. Nobody important.
We did have because we happened to be we got a DVD order because we're doing that again.
Holy shit!
And what?
People are still ordering DVDs.
Yeah. Oh, dude, somebody just ordered a lot of DVDs.
Oh,
Might
nice.
actually use those envelopes that have been there forever. But somebody else in the company won the argument about DVDs, and now people are buying them. So they're right. There it is.
Right?
There it is.
Oh,
There
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, get them.
They're not coming in here. He's looking at the door, waiting for them to come in.
They don't come in. They don't come in.
That's great.
The kitty just entered the room.
What's that?
A kitty just entered.
And your cat just entered the room.
Yeah, not the one that.
There's a
jumps
lot of
up behind
animalness
me.
happening here.
Not the one that jumps up behind me. So
Mhm.
this is like our episode of The Bump where they randomly just brought a zoo to Kevin Owens for reasons.
So Gina, they want you to start an ASMR channel.
Oh my god, I will totally do that. I've
There
been
you go.
wanting.
That's how you-
I'm
that's-
broke as fuck. I'm fucking divorced.
I think that's
now.
what
don't-
needs to happen.
I
You-
gotta pay for my own.
Do you have a
fucking
good
shit.
microphone?
I can get one. Has anyone ever started a Patreon where it's like, hey, I need to start the thing that you want to give me money for? So
more
first,
like kick-
the first Patreon level is get me a microphone.
There's someone who literally did a Patreon that was selling their bathwater. So I'm pretty sure there's been a Patreon for everyone.
Oh yeah, the bathwater where she poured it down her back, right? That like anime
Uh-huh.
chick.
Uncomfortable.
And the
You know who's not
yeah.
uncomfortable? Her writing checks.
Oh yeah, no, she's
She's
doing great.
never gonna worry about a fucking bounce check fee for the rest of her. Well, for like the next 3 years, and then
Yeah.
it's all gonna go downhill
She'll
from
blow it
there.
all. Yeah.
I still think it's hilarious that a random Instagram model was able to raise more for Australia by sending
her
people
tits,
nudes
Mm-hmm.
than Jeff Bezos sent Australia.
Dog, you're being called upon. Hey.
Yeah.
He's watching out. He says, "I got things to do," and people. He's looking out over the neighborhood.
I am the knight.
Hold on, I took a picture of one of my cats, but I took a picture with a flashlight behind them, so it looked like he was Batman.
Mm.
I'm about to show it on here so that you all can
All right,
see.
hold on. I got you up.
That's
And-
Oh,
that's a good one.
man.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
That's
No.
that's the content I came for.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is what this show is now.
Excuse me.
Try to start a show.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I forgot we were doing a show today.
Oh, we're doing a show.
Hey.
I thought we were just hanging out.
I
What are we
mean,
gonna talk about?
Just hanging out on the internet. I mean, that's basically what the show is.
I mean, there
But-
definitely has not been anything going on
listen.
wrestling on the
After I
internet in the past
after I
couple days.
mentioned Patreons and Slice on Broadway, like we can do whatever the fuck we want on this show.
I'm aware.
That's
Sorg,
basically-
Sorg, did you do your homework?
So wait, Sorg, are you like saying that? Because I think you have a nice microphone or two. Is that what you're getting at here? I'm just saying, like, if only I knew somebody with like really good cameras and like good microphones that was like 6 minutes away from me now because we're neighbors.
You're one of
It's
two.
a business adventure.
You're one of two people that just moved in like in walking distance of me.
Man, I am so glad. I am so glad that I am moving in here before this is like the new Lawrenceville and like rent's gonna jump up
Hey,
places.
it's
to
coming
like
up.
$1,200.
We just got a brand new Boost Mobile, baby.
Dude, they put Arsenal cider in. Like the hipsters are gonna come here in droves.
We got a kale
this
restaurant.
is like the new Ellis Island for for hipsters.
All we need is KSWA and down the street at the Moose.
Who needs to go to Mexico when you got a taco joint across the street?
There you go. Mexico came to us.
Yeah.
Yo, don't even talk shit. That's like a legit place over
It's
there.
awesome.
No, it is.
No, it is
Like
awesome.
that's
Yes.
like not your fucking Tex-Mex bullshit.
Nope.
Fucking
Nope.
that is not a Mad Mex, sir. That is like
Come to Beachview.
For the tacos.
We
and
got the tacos and the pizza.
Because they are our sponsor.
All right,
Well,
all right.
the
All right, I
tacos
guess
aren't
we'll-
our sponsor.
Not the tacos officially, no. But
Taco Bell's
real
sponsor.
quick chat. If I was gonna start a real Patreon, because I asked this before and I got crickets. What are some levels that you would want?
Oh boy, that's a dangerous question to ask.
Listen,
That is a dangerous
I gotta eat.
question.
I gotta eat. I got rent to
What?
pay now. Like,
I got some ideas, but they're for off air.
okay, perfect.
Okay.
God.
What's the gold?
The gold content? Yeah.
Is it gold
We
content?
can do that
worthy?
in gold content. We can work on
Boom.
your.
It's probably platinum.
What is this? Okay, I wasn't gonna go that way, but
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, we'll see. I just,
Tyler Klein and I have to start ours next month.
Hey, you know what? Sorg, for someone, everyone's Patreon is a platinum Patreon.
there you go. There you go.
We don't kink shame here on the Mayhem Show.
We don't kink shame. That's the other question: is how kinky do you want to get? But
I will sell you my fucking shoes right now. Like, I'm so fucking hungry.
all
Like,
right, we have a
please.
level. That's level 1.
Okay.
I'll fucking sell you my shoes.
Oh, and yes, and just call it that.
And it's a video of me taking off my shoes and putting them in a fucking UPS box.
I mean, you can try.
And then the next Patreon level is I need shoes.
Buy me new shoes.
It's a never-ending.
No,
It's a never-ending cycle.
the first level is you attach a GoPro to your ankle, and it's people watching videos of you walking, and then the next level is the shoes that you were walking in. Those get sent out because they have to know they were used. Apparently,
And
that's a thing.
whatever it takes to get a fucking extra cheese pizza at this point, I'm fucking down.
Oh shit.
All right, I'm gonna stop derailing and let Sorg do his thing.
Hmm.
Hey, you know what? You can't derail if you never rail.
You are opening
That's our show
a
model.
fucking
practically.
wormhole that you do not.
So
You don't score until you score.
there's one. There's chat room says gratuitous eating of food in slow motion.
Oh my god, I do that for free now. Like,
Yeah, I know. You just gotta put a price tag on it. It's always listen. This was the old Nerdist way. Was before everybody hated that guy.
If that
what-
idiot in Florida can get paid by throwing himself through light tubes,
Oh, for
Mm-hmm.
fuck's sake.
definitely
you gotta
can
be more
definitely get,
specific these days.
Superhuman?
superhuman.
You know, Superhuman was on a Being the Elite last week.
Of course he was.
I know he was.
That
because
hurts me. That hurts me a lot.
It hurts my soul.
Yes.
And this is why I can't support AEW anymore.
So, okay, I understand. But
Yes.
by the way, Shirley Doe called them a T-shirt company at a guy that was wearing a T-shirt walking out the ring after his match this week.
Good, because they fucking are.
It was great. What was the other thing? Oh no! So you got to find something that you're really good at, and see if people can pay you for it, and that's your Patreon.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been doing
Yeah.
it wrong with this fucking wrestling shit then.
That makes two of us.
Hey,
man.
you know what? Some people can get paid for watching wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the WWE.
Neat.
Okay.
As in, we sit in front of a TV and we watch wrestling.
that's right. Is wrestling still on
literally.
TV? It
Some
is.
of us literally, yes.
Is this still that tag match?
Yeah.
What
can
the
we do?
fuck?
Can we do like Mystery Science Theater where we just rip into everything?
With this?
I mean, I don't work there, so
We can do that. We can do something.
I
actually want to
rip the product all
for
I want.
Patreon. I do want to do more match watches.
Okay.
For that, because I thought that was that
Oh,
would.
that would be fun.
I
Yeah.
love.
Can we do a couple
watching
tonight?
it.
We can do a couple if you guys are up for it, and
You wanna do that
if you're
tonight?
down for it,
Sure.
Just rip
it's
it
not
and
too late. Because we had Ronnie watch the pasta death matches and back out on the poll because he hadn't seen them yet.
The pasta death match was my favorite thing.
Yes.
Ever.
And it was like something else that
I'm-
we found.
There needs to be a Taipei Penne match.
I can show
It
you
still
the
needs that.
insanely questionable fans bring the weapons match from this past weekend.
Oh, that unicorn exploding! Holy fuck!
And it was
Was that a wooden unicorn?
no, it was like a pinata
That thing like
Pinata.
full of Legos.
that's why it like exploded the way it did.
Mm-hmm. And there was another one out there too. Who knows what it was full of?
Wait,
I
where
have a
was-
TARDIS full
was
of
this Black
Legos. Could I?
Diamond?
Could I
RWA.
show up?
It's, Joaquin
J-Rock
Wild.
Ryan Edmonds at RWA. The fans
can
bring
I
the
bring
weapons, and it was the fans hold on to the weapons until you grab them.
That's a terrible idea.
Well, yeah, it is. It's fucking Thunderdome.
I'm talking scorched earth, motherfucker.
Yes. So I mean, it's got to be. Well, what's going on here? Why do you have a police
Oh,
box?
I have a TARDIS full of Legos.
Oh, there you go.
Oh man, I thought you had a snack.
That's
I'm gonna reshare the screen.
all right.
No,
all right.
I don't have a snack. I am a snack.
Oh,
No,
I see what
there
you
you
did there, Mikey.
Oh fuck, no, that's the ad for this. We need to make like a Sarah McLachlan, like
We've done that.
Oh,
the-
we've done that before.
for the
we used
the
to do
price
that.
of a cup of coffee.
We-
you could buy Badger a cup of coffee.
We did one of those for. We did one of those for the TNA knockouts because they were working at like Sunglass Hut and
Sunglass Hut, yeah.
and Hooters. Like one was in a Hooters calendar or something. So we're like, listen, you two can sponsor a knockout because they ain't getting paid. So this was like, what was it like?
Oh God! It was back in the days of Angelina Love and Velvet Sky.
Was that
like,
Miss Tessmacher? Was the
Yeah.
one that was in the thing?
Yeah, before she was Brooke.
Brooke. Yeah.
Brooke.
There's a there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrestling.
Wrestling.
We'll start on time.
That's what we do.
Start on time. It's a relative idea.
It's 9 o'clock somewhere.
There are 10 people watching the pre-show. So
It's the
we're
pre-show
doing
show
something.
before
Count.
the-
Something's happening right now, and apparently it's a podcast. Let's hit record. That'd be nice too. Can the patrons match suggestions for you guys to watch at that level? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. The Patreon. By the way, if you're on Patreon, I just sent you all a message because I have a gift for you.
I can watch the best of the Black Hand Society.
I don't have that.
Good.
I don't have any of that.
Ooh, tea.
So, all right.
No, I love those dudes. It's fine.
Hey guys, it is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 697. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA. Yes, I have to look at the sign in the window to remember where I am. That's where I'm at right now. But we got a hell of a show going on and some a great crew in here and animals. And so we'll get that in a moment. First of all, coming to us from Beacon, New York, he is the only Mayhemmer with a large Lego collection and a future endeavor letter from the WWE. He is Mad Mike.
Why is BC Steel here to see feet?
I don't know. Of course he is.
Is he talking about the feet now?
Why is he in feet?
I accept PayPal, Venmo, Cash App.
What about Bitcoin?
Also, Ronnie Starks.
Hello, I'm
Apparently-
currently on the TV right now.
Are you? Oh, what match are you refereeing? Is this still the same match?
This is El Generico, Egotist, or
Yeah, Egotistical Fantastico
Egotistical
or something.
Fantastico.
and Super Hentai.
And Super Hentai in a three-way.
Yes.
And I believe
Wow.
you were previously refereeing once the Kings of Wrestling, Cesaro and Hero,
Yes.
against the Founding Fathers. So
This was a
yes.
really heavy Ronnie refereeing day.
Is this well, it was a giant tournament, and it was 2 discs on DVD.
And
so.
I'm sure I pissed off the other referees for refereeing this match.
Oh no.
Because I'm pretty sure this was my last IWC show.
Oh no, we all have a last IWC show. Anyways, actually, everybody here does. Also with us, Regina's with us, back on the show, and because we promised Dog, and actually the podcast Dog is hanging out over there. We see him stirring a little bit. He's rested for now, which is probably for the best. But there he is. Wicked is with us, the podcast Dog, and he's really mad that you woke him up.
Sorry, buddy.
So, how you doing, Gina? Oh, she's playing with the dog.
What?
are you doing?
I'm all right.
You're all right. Our new neighbor here at the studio.
I am.
Yes. So, but anyways, this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. You can check out everything at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, where you can find links to subscribe to the podcast in video form, and check out our other shows, including the Monday Mayhem Wrestling Wrap Up, where Mad Mike will show you his Lego collection. And
Hogwarts is halfway done.
Hogwarts is halfway done, and it is massive.
I need to see it.
Yes. Well, you're going to have to tune into the Monday Mayhem Show from last night. Then we'll sneak it.
I have it right here.
We'll sneak it between recordings. That's a different show. We got to give them a reason to tune in Mondays, guys.
That's fair.
And subscribe over there. You can also hit us up at that email address.
Good
times.
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. 412-206-WMS0. Tweet us at Mayhem Show, and of course, follow us on the Wrestling Mayhem Show page and group. And we are live over there on Facebook every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, we're also streaming on the IndieWrestling.us Twitch and page. Oh no, the dog is having a problem, and he's tied up in headphones right now. So.
Okay, I need to save you.
He's just trying to make his voice heard. So.
He is. He has opinions, and his
is
opinion.
it my turn? Oh, look.
There you go.
All I need to do is piss him off.
There you go.
He feels offended by the waste of dog food on SmackDown.
Yes, exactly. Oh, there's a lot of wasted dog food on SmackDown. But also, of course, the conversations happen on our Facebook Live, where BC Steele is joining us talking about feet for some reason. Charlie is out there. Dave Potter is out there. Tina Keys is out there, and so many more joining us right now on the Facebook feed. So hop over there if you want to be part of the conversation. If you're on another platform right now, or if you catch us later and have something to say, tweet us at Mayhem Show with the hashtag WMS697 if you got something to say. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. Just updated a list over here. Thank you for our friends at the fan of the show level, Bo Diggity, woo, as well as Ed Burke, Bobby F, J Town, Tina Keys, and Team Hammer Fist. And at the Poppy Club level is Bradley Ruthers, Doc Remedy, Dave Ponder, Kyle Turner, and back on the Patreon list just in time for Mayhem Mania is Daniel Towery. Welcome back, Daniel Tiger. And also our friend at the manager level is OccupyProWrestling.com. You guys can support the show and get some gifts and get some other fun stuff coming up at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. And I guess the obligatory, because it was in the chat room, ooh, Poppy. So you guys have been sharing a lot.
If you want, we can say that every time we announce you on the Patreon.
That could be too.
Like if
Bradley.
If you pay us, we will say anything you want after your name. That's why we woo after Bo Diggity.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody else has given us instructions about their name except for Bo Diggity when he first started at the very beginning, at the inception of the Patreon level. So
I would like to boo Bradley Ruthers every time I say his name.
Well, no, you're not Patreon.
Then you have to pay for Patreon to boo Bradley Ruthers during the Patreon announcements.
Sorg, when I join Patreon for Mayhem Mania,
and you will,
I always make you announce me as like Lord and Master of the show.
Yeah, so it was the American Kevin Owens for a while there, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
The spoiler of virgins.
I actually am kind of back to that point a little bit.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Can you do a sweet Assassin's Creed style round off of the stage like he did on Monday night?
Not only could I do that, I'd also grab the secret tape while doing it.
Go grab the secret tape.
Yeah, or the T letter. I didn't see what was above him. So
okay,
it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater reference.
Oh, okay.
I'm
sorry. All I can think of is Assassin's Creed. That's like all that's been happening in my house lately.
No, because he didn't go in reverse, and he wasn't Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, that's right. He was in that movie. Was he in that movie?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it was a Disney movie.
Are we sure we're not thinking? Wait, Assassin's Creed? Or are you thinking?
I'm thinking.
You're thinking Prince of Persia.
Oh, I might also be thinking of Prince of Persia.
Oh, okay. I was like, where are you backwards? What are we talking about?
All I have is the Tony Hawk Pro Skater CD in my head right now. The whole soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
Right now,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't hum too much, or we're gonna have to share with YouTube. Anyways, we'll get marked. We'll get marked, and the offspring will mark us.
What a bunch of fucking marks on YouTube.
God damn it!
But that was fun though. That was a fun way to use the stage, and also Kevin Owens doing it, and not like Jeff Hardy.
You know, there's something weird going on right now. I swear this El Generico is wrestling like Sami Zayn. It's just
Really?
it's weird.
It is odd.
And I thought
Well,
El Generico
El
died in the
Generico
fire.
trained him.
What's
El
that?
Generico trained him.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, this is when he was still alive. He didn't die in the orphanage fire, so that's good. Is that what that was? The orphanage fire?
Was that what happened to Generico?
I think it was.
That's why we don't see him anymore?
Yeah, he
No
died.
one
That's sad.
knows.
I thought he was going to have an opportunity.
He's with Prince Puma somewhere.
Prince Puma. Prince Puma on an island, hunting giant spiders and sipping Mai Tais.
with
And
Biggie
they're trying to
Smalls
rescue
and,
Rey Mysterio from a cage.
Yeah, yeah.
with Tupac and Biggie Smalls. They're all
That's
together
right.
now.
That's right. That's where they all are.
And Big Rick.
And Big Rick in his eyeball.
God damn.
It's so weird seeing Big Zeke matches. Back when he had 2 eyes.
Hey, I'm surprised Luchasaurus was able to grow his head back.
That's true. He got beheaded.
Shocked.
He got
Legitimately shocked.
Luchasaurus grew his head back, and got 2 small friends.
What I want to know is, did it grow back from the neck, or was it so long that he just grew an entire new body from his head? That's what I want to know. This has always been the problem I've had with Deadpool.
It's possible.
Yeah, what's the source, right?
I'm a big
Yeah.
Luchasaurus fan.
Yeah. Although there was one time I saw Wolverine grow back from basically atoms at one point. That seemed a little weird.
Yep.
So, and they really kind of stretched that.
He
a little bit.
Majin Buu'd himself.
He did Majin Buu himself, didn't he? But without the
I
chocolate.
need to show him my new 8x10s that Missy made.
Oh yeah.
Did you
Wait. Did she make a Dragon Ball one?
Did you see?
I saw the Power Rangers and I saw the Never Ending Story one.
Here, I'll pull it up.
Oh no, these good guys 8x10s are getting out of control, guys.
No, this is mine.
This is yours? Wait, you have your own? Is it say as seen on the Wrestling Mayhem show?
It needs to, but
Oh, hold that up to that one there.
Oh,
we can't see that.
here.
He's going up to. We got to describe it for the audio audience.
yes.
He's moving. He's on the
Has
move.
anybody seen Dragon Ball Abridged?
No. I know you were introduced to it a couple weeks ago, but let's see. Get that a little closer. See if that'll.
Hey, you gotta lean.
Hold
in.
on. Up. Too close. Pull it out. Down a little bit. Down a little. You got a monitor right to your left there, buddy. There you go. Oh jeez.
I'm waiting. I'm looking at the feed.
He's got it's a very small Ronnie head on. Is that an Android? No, that's a Saiyan. That's one of the Saiyans.
Oh
yeah.
God, you're a menu.
It says
you remember
hashtag sell merch.
Oh
Jeez.
God. You know,
That's cracking up. I'm like,
Ronnie,
oh, that's
Did
definitely-
Missy do that?
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Producer.
Ronnie, I'm officially calling you Ron Coom.
She hasn't produced this show in like 3 months, and yet she's giving you. Did you like co-author producer Missy from the Mayhem show? Is that what's happening
Well, I
right now?
messaged her, like an hour ago, and before I came here, I'm like, hey, can you make these?
Did you message her an hour ago?
I think 8 o'clock. I said, hey, I'm watching this. Can you make me this? And she's like,
What
yeah,
the
hold
hell?
on.
She has
Daniel
shit to do.
Towery is asking a very important question in the chat room.
What's the question?
He says, if Luchasaurus is regenerating like Cell, does that make Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt his Cell Juniors? And I think that's accurate.
So
I
he
think that's-
eats them alive and.
No, he has birthed them.
Oh, okay.
Gross.
Okay.
Yep.
We've lost like half of the Mayhem audience at this point. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I am.
It's
Although.
okay. Our Mayhem audience is over 9,000.
Hey!
Hey.
Oh, I'm going to have to mark that one. So, anyway.
Wrestling.
So
Wrestling.
you guys in Patreon have been, or I'm sorry, not Patreon, the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook group have been kind of keeping me up on what's going on this week. So we have a lot of kind of stories from the week, announcements and things like that. What's
No,
up?
nothing happened in wrestling online this week.
I heard
Sword.
something happened in wrestling this week.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
Gina, do you have
I don't-
something you would like to talk about?
I don't know. I got this delicious tea.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking
it'd be
about
a shame if
that
it'd be
fucking
a shame
shit.
if you spilled it.
Are you?
That's
Are we all? Are we all talking about what I think we're talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about.
There's a bunch of things.
Are we talking about?
I don't know. Just pick one out of the hat. There's a bunch of shit to talk. Go ahead.
What's her face winning the Impact Heavyweight title?
So
Yeah.
good
After talking
news.
all that shit,
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan won the Impact title, everyone.
Oh.
Hulk Hogan, Impact champion once again.
Oh.
Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. No one even watches Impact, so what's it really fucking matter?
Listen, Impact.
It should have been a really good thing.
It really should have.
If she wasn't
Yep.
a total asshole.
Yeah.
Here's the the real thing is, she literally would have been better off not saying a damn thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and this is where I forget that Tessa's only 24, and then I am extremely reminded that Tessa's only 24.
She's only 24. She's been in this position. Has been, with the Women of Wrestling Mile Superheroes promotion and doing great things there. With Impact, tearing it up. Like, and you can't discount.
Anywhere she goes.
She's a great fucking wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
We can't.
Her
We're not
talent
discounting
speaks for itself,
anything.
but
Her mouth.
then
kinda
you have a
buries her.
shitty personality, and that kind of like ruins it.
So so I caught up on what was happening. Thanks to Jim LaMotta, he had a story over on PW Mania about it, and even his own personal experience with her. And if you have a problem with Jim LaMotta when you're just asking for like information for the commentator, like I think there's like that seems suspect to me.
I was there.
You were
witnessed
there?
that.
Oh, you witnessed this?
Well, that was the match he was talking about. Was Tessa and I?
Oh, you were the other girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Was she superstar in you during the whole match?
No, actually, see, and that's the thing is like I don't want to like. It's so sad when like a fucking tweet undoes like I want to praise her because like that match was like a turning point for me in wrestling. It was like, here's the thing, she kicked my ass literally and like metaphorically in that match. But that match was a wake-up call that I was like, okay, like this is the level that I want to be at, and I need to like either like put my effort and everything into this, or I need to just be okay with like playing wrestler and be considered like one of those people. So like that was a defining moment, and like I've told her this like many times, like I've talked about this before, but like there was definitely like sass, like I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I have personally, as a disclaimer, I've never had like a terrible interaction. But I'm also white. But there's nothing terrible like personally, but like I have heard firsthand all these stories that have come forward, and I've seen things that kind of like now like it connected the dots to like certain dynamics I've seen in other locker rooms. But again, it's like it's such a shame that if you just kept your mouth shut. But at the same time, this is also a good thing because this like also is something that happens with like abusive relationships where people tend to protect the abuser in by not ousting them basically. So like what would have happened if she didn't make that tweet was basically what was already happening, and people talking behind the scenes about like, wow, like what a shame. Like, you know what I mean? Like we would have been doing they would have been doing the exact same thing that probably pissed her off and made her post that like passive aggressive indirect tweet.
Let's roll back because what the story is here. So we're kind of responding to it. So the initial tweet that everybody's responding, I believe, is the "Hey women, try supporting one another. Cool things happen." This is leading into her main event with Sami Callihan for the title and Impact at Hard to Kill Sunday night. This is what everybody just kind of lashed onto, right? This is where I see Isla Dawn as someone who experienced your bullying firsthand, received regular verbal abuse, was spat on, had rumors spread about me, dealt with multiple attempts, etc., etc. You had Priscilla Kelly, remember publicly putting me down on Twitter last year for something that I didn't involve you whatsoever. There was, let's see, I think Chelsea Green had something to say. Rebel, who we've seen here locally in Pittsburgh, saying things as well.
And then Black Rose was the initial one that Sienna like responded to that also like kind of, I don't want to say started the fire because she started her own fires, but like I think that was the one where it's like
the Sienna one, when we spat on a black woman's face and called her the N-word in Japan, calling that supporting women, etc.
Yeah.
So and everybody else. I mean, that's the only accusation I saw of that, and everything else was mostly about, well, yeah, you're a bully too.
Yeah,
and
apparently, like, okay, first of all, like, there's that word. First of all, is like the most disgusting thing. But spitting in somebody's face, I will rip your fucking eyebrows off if someone ever spat in my face. Like, no, I'm like serious. Like, spitting in someone's face is the most disrespectful, nasty thing you can do. Like, ask Pumpkin from I Love New York. Like, she got her ass fucking whooped because she spat on New York. So that's like the level that I associate that whole situation with now. Like, you are now the Pumpkin of women's wrestling. Like, you've lost all credibility because that is just so disrespectful. Like, I would rather somebody literally, like, I don't know, just, I can think of a million other things that someone could do to me, and I would be like, oh, wow, that was rude. But, like, that's your gimmick? Like, spitting in someone's face? Like, oh, oof. Over it. I'm over it.
It does make you wonder, like, when things like this start coming up, is this the kind of thing where, you know, she was in Mae Young and everybody kind of asked, like, why the hell didn't she get signed? And when you hear things like this, I mean, there's always something. There's always some incompatibility. There's something that they're seeing, whether it be backstage, in the ring, or whatever. And that's why, you know, your favorite wrestler has not got signed by WWE, even though they look like they're fucking tailor-made for it, right? I have a whole list of people that I'm like, why aren't you signed yet? You know, that we know. And you never know what it could be. Anything from, Wardlow. There's too many people that look like Wardlow, so he didn't get signed. Now he's doing AEW stuff, right? To maybe there was stuff around, you know, of this nature, like a Tessa Blanchard, for instance. So now that we've kind of covered what happened, what the conversation is, she did respond.
Oh my God.
And the most non-apology apology, I think. And I read it, and it was so. There's a lot at work here.
There's so much to unpack.
Yes.
There's so much to unpack. And, like, saying that we're all human, everyone makes mistakes, does not mean I can say racist shit. That's like that doesn't like make it like, yeah, there's a lot of people who are human in the universe that don't use that word or spit in people's faces. Like, facts.
Or even like Lars Sullivan was accused of this in the last year, right? And he said,
Well,
"Listen,
it wasn't accused. Like, he wrote it down. He posted it.
Okay. So he said, "Hey, I've done some shitty stuff, and I'm trying to do better." Right? Like, that is taking ownership.
Well, I don't know if he ever really apologized.
Yeah, he's another one that's kind of in this limbo of...
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think we will ever see him again, by the way.
No, he had some other issues from what I understand, too.
Yep.
And just leave it at that, moving on.
He definitely had something come in right behind him that he didn't see coming.
Like, that... Wow.
Okay.
That's the thing, is like, yes, can you mess up at that level? Yes. And unfortunately, when you are someone who's under the microscope twice as much, like, we're all under the microscope because we're all just like posting stuff on, you know, social media and the internet, and it never really goes away. And like, but that's the thing, is then how you respond to it. Like, don't get me wrong, I am not a big fan of a lot of this cancel culture. There are situations where it's absolutely called for, like, you should not be in your, you know, industry or whatever. But at the same time, like, again, people can make mistakes, but there is a limit. Like, that's what I mean by going back to, tiny dog. Sorry. Sorry.
There will be tiny dog distraction breaks throughout this
so
podcast.
So many.
Especially since we're hitting such hard news right now.
But, like, that's the thing, is then to respond, essentially, she responded with a promo, which, I mean, I understand, like, you have to keep a certain level of, you know, professionalism and athleticism, but she had one last opportunity, because, first of all, it's bad enough that she denied this happened. And then she basically admitted in this promo and other, like, responses that, yeah, I did this. So not only, like, now you've lied, now you admitted you do it, but now your, like, official, like, apologies basically sounds like, yeah, I said it, so what? And it's such a shame, because that moment of her, first of all, I was so pumped about that whole thing. Like
Yeah,
her
yeah.
whole feud, I was like, this is another like we're getting so much closer to genderless wrestling.
And she think this is twice now that we've had like there was a sexy star thing last year with Lucha Underground, and I think before it even aired was when she attacked somebody in the ring and hurt them, very directly, and was under fire for that. So it's unfortunate now, like this moment has been given to women's wrestling of having that top title, and it feels like it's been tainted twice in a row now at these companies.
Absolutely.
Asterisk on it.
Yeah, like everything does. It's like, oh, hey, she's the first. Like, we should be celebrating Sexy Star for what happened at Lucha Underground. We should be celebrating Tessa Blanchard for this because this is a big milestone. For whatever you think of Impact Wrestling, this is a big thing.
It's the third or fourth promotion in the U.S. and they just made a female their main champion.
Yeah,
like,
that should
that
be the
should
conversation.
be a huge deal.
But it was like, hey, look at her. They still gave her the belt, and she's a piece of shit. Now Impact is a piece of shit because of it.
Well, that's the sad part is Impact, like who
has been doing great stuff,
amazing stuff. I mean, they work very close, like with Kevin at Rise with an I, which we still have to do.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like they are so giving in wanting to develop like that next level. Like I truly believe like they are becoming the new Ring of Honor, where like everybody basically is like, what's the springboard from the independents to TV? Like that's honestly how I feel. But like again, now Impact is gonna have to deal with the consequences of her. And it's kind of like, again, I'm not saying like they should have canceled the match. Like they can't do that per se.
But don't put her over.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I felt that way,
You almost-
honestly. But I mean, not that, again, everyone knows like I am all about intergender wrestling. Like I want to see a day where like, again, it's at some point it's just two athletes, like it's genderless. But again, it's so tainted now, and it makes it twice as hard to get back. Like it's like no different. Like there's only certain things you can fuck up and then get the crowd back behind you is like a big thing we're taught. And this is like that on another level. And it's even worse because like you said, like all these stories came through, and it's one thing to say, because a lot of people were like, oh, it's funny that this came up right before her title shot. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of like the time when this person is probably like, and this applies to other situations that have been like in the media, where it's like, yeah, wouldn't you want kind of like everyone to know like, hey, before you like pin your star on this person, wouldn't you want to know like, by the way, there's some fine print that you should know about, like before you start throwing
Like,
your money.
It's a last straw for all those people that were bullied or witnessed whatever with her, right?
Yeah. And
right.
that's
And plus,
exactly what
like-
that. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And she did it to herself. Like that's the thing. If she just tweeted out promoting the match, none of this would have happened.
Right. Instead
None
of
of this would have
passive
happened.
aggressive, indirect, direct.
Yeah, like it was, and that tweet in and of itself is kind of bullying.
And on a side note, Courtney in the chat room says it's bullshit that you lost to that belt match to her with all you do.
Thanks, Courtney.
Ronnie, you look like you've been wanting to say something for a little
No,
bit.
I actually been watching Super Indie.
See what matches you're in.
No, I just finished watching my match.
Okay.
I was a terrible fucking ref.
And you're a
suck,
terrible
Dad,
podcaster because you weren't listening to
No,
anything.
I know.
He was. He
No,
was.
I was.
I
I-
just want to give him an opportunity before
No,
we move on.
I'm
just-
just messing with Ron Coombe over there.
No, I just think the whole thing is bullshit, and I don't think she deserves it. So Ron
He
Coombe?
was-
Who the fuck is Ron Coombe?
You were dressed as Raccoon from the Ginyu Squad.
Oh
Asshole.
no, I got you. No, that one.
Yeah, there it is.
Nothing goes over my head because I will catch it.
No, actually, that went right over your head.
Absolutely.
Luckily,
Brother,
it was a
the only thing
boomerang.
I sell is merchandise.
Luckily, it was a boomerang, so it hit you in the back of the head when I explained it.
Yeah, fuck you, Mike.
Also, connection. Since you mentioned that, Batista is going to be on season 2 of C with Jason Momoa on Apple TV.
Oh, nice.
His first television role.
Did
I'll
you
watch
know that Batista beat out Jason Momoa for the role of Drax?
No.
What
Yes.
the fuck?
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about
did
that
anybody-
because Drax is so good, but like it's Jason Momoa.
Yeah, we could have got Aquaman as Drax.
By the way, I
Yeah, but he would have had to shave his head.
have a,
He would have done it.
this is,
No,
this is
we
the point where I had a Jason Momoa sighting. back
Where?
in December.
Oh, in December.
He hides his. Well, I can tell you what neighborhood he was living in. Are they still filming here? Because he might be still over there.
Listen, I just want to know where the list is of who combs his beard and his hair.
And how do I get on
and
that
how
list?
the fuck do I get on that list?
That's right.
That's it. That's all I want.
Yeah,
That's a different Patreon tier.
Are you gonna be like picking the hairs out of the comb and be like, well, I'm just gonna take Jason Momoa's beard?
No, I want to like, I want the man behind the beard. Like,
you're going to get to the man via the beard.
exactly.
There you go.
Oh, I'm gonna add that to my Facebook dating.
I'm just here for
Anyways.
bearded men.
Well, I'm also here for the pizza. Our good friends at Slice on Broadway, sliceonbroadway.com, here in Pittsburgh and Beachview, Carnegie, East End, PNC Park, supporting us for so many years and feeding our... Hey, this little guy, this little podcast dog is also a pizza dog. He loves that stuff, too. There he goes peeking up over there. So go check them out. And, of course... even get him a hit up on PGH_Slice on the Twitter. Let him know you heard about it on the Wrestling Mayhem show, and then you wish they were in your neighborhood so you can check them out, and support them. And you can at least do it social media wise to let more people know about them. And of course, if you got a Broadway in your town, wherever that may be in the Mayhem Nation, you can take a picture of that Broadway Avenue, send it to PGH_Slice on the Twitter, and say you want to slice on your Broadway, and let's help them with their global expansion, guys. That's an unofficial campaign, by the way, by the Wrestling Mayhem show, because we know we have you guys all over the country in the four corners. Okay, at least three of the corners in the middle, I know. So I don't know if we have any Florida fans out there. I honestly don't know. I've never seen them.
Team Hammerfist.
Team Hammerfist, that's right, our Patreon supporter. That's
four
right.
corners.
So we got at least three corners and a middle in the chat room, I know, right now. So
Three corners in the middle, also a different Patreon tier.
yes, also I think a completely other kind of Patreon. But anyways, I'm gonna put this dog down because
Give it to me.
go visit her.
Puppy dog.
All right, so maybe somebody will give you a slice of pizza, not the whole pizza, guys. I just.
Is there pizza here?
hang out with me. Yeah, there's some left. There's a little bit left back there. Anyway, so some other things going on. Speaking of platforms, one Brian Cage
Good for him, man.
is getting signed to AEW.
Good for him. Getting out of Impact Wrestling.
I
Good
am
for him.
excited for a Brian Cage versus Wardlow match in the future.
Oh my God.
So-
I cannot wait for Brian Cage to literally rip Marco Stunt in half.
Oh, just throw him up in the air. You know, it's very strange. Like Brian Cage is huge, but he's not tall.
Yes.
What do you say? He's like 5'10"?
He's wide.
Yeah,
he's as tall as he is wide.
So like Wardlow is going to tower over this guy because he's like 6'3", or 4 at least. No, looking forward to that. I think they'll do some fun stuff with him. And again, you know, love and Impact. Other than recent news, love and Impact stuff. But cool to see him. You know, Wednesday nights on TNT and primetime is a better platform than Access. No,
Does
like,
anybody have access? Because I sure as shit don't.
Xfinity does.
Oh, does it? Then I
mine-
probably have access.
Oh, there you go.
Doesn't mean I can fucking watch the
Well,
product.
sometimes you don't have the channel, but you'll get all the on-demand
apparently,
stuff.
Tina is correcting our reporting. That news is premature.
Oh,
So he may not be signed. He may also be. He's talking with New Japan as well.
Well, he could be on both.
I mean, they're gonna.
John Moxley
potentially.
is.
They're eventually going
So-
to.
No,
you
they're
think
not.
that's happening?
Yeah.
Well,
No,
there's been
no.
back and forth with it.
They shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
Be their own
They
entity.
shouldn't.
They
They
should.
should not.
I think like maybe bringing people in for features now and then, but not the whole.
No, they shouldn't because they
Invasion.
don't showcase their talent as it is.
That's
Okay.
true.
Okay.
They don't.
Okay.
Like AEW irritates me because I just want to see Sunny Kiss matches on TV. Damn it. He has not been on Dynamite.
He had a cameo
No.
last week.
Yeah,
But no,
but
no match.
He has not been on Dynamite.
Hasn't he?
That is a shame.
I swear he has.
Nope.
Huh.
Do they need to be a 3-hour show now? Because to get all
Oh,
their talent on
God.
there?
No.
I hope
no.
not. No, we do
No,
not
they
need
need
that.
to not have. 20-minute matches.
Mm.
Like
They need
like,
to book
not-
the people that gave them all the publicity.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
they not every match has to be a 20-minute match that goes through commercial breaks.
Mhm.
Like this isn't like New Japan where you have no time limits, or Ring of Honor where you could just air a 4-hour show. Like
No, don't pick them up. He wants to
you
do it on
need
its
to
own.
like.
Oh,
I legit
Sorry.
can't win with this freaking dog.
it's okay.
Go ahead, Mike. We're just
No,
puppy.
it just
We're
bothers
just
me.
puppy camming here. That's okay.
That's-
you know what you
that's
need?
fine.
You know what makes you feel better about AEW? Petting a little chihuahua, a long-haired chihuahua.
And he's the
There you
cutest
go.
Damn chihuahua
Look
on
at
the
that.
planet.
Look at that. That
I
makes
would like to
everybody
see
feel
the
better.
baby.
I don't care if you're so just sad about Raw or upset with a T-shirt company
Oh, I'm
on
sorry.
Wednesday
Tony
nights.
just looked on one episode of Dynamite in the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal.
Well, there you go.
Speaking of t-shirt
No,
companies,
that's not. There you go.
What about speaking of
I
T-shirt
forgot
companies?
because Billy
oh.
Gunn admired his ass. I
Oh
forgot
yeah,
about
that's
that.
right. That's right.
the good guys currently have a shop on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Yeah. So,
boy.
not entirely related, but they dropped their limits for wrestlers to get on there.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, they took away the social media limit.
Yeah.
So we have a t-shirt company now, or a t-shirt.
Oh, welcome on there. Wrestling Mayhem
We've-
shows on there as well.
Yeah, I
Please
gotta
buy
get-
your shirts with the good guys.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I got. Have you? Well, we'll talk about it afterwards.
Okay, there's another thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So support the good guys,
Yeah,
Ronnie and
support the good
Noctis
guys.
and Brent Noctis.
And if
Brent.
Miss Badger over here, she should get a shop too and support the Badger
Yes, everybody.
and support the dog. The dog should have
the
a,
dog, the Wicked.
I will have a Wicked shirt on the good guys.
How would that go? Like, listen, I'm going to put this on there. It's for a dog. We can. I mean, do you need a manager?
I mean, Wicked, good guy, Wicked. You know,
Good guy, Wicked.
we can like have him on there and then put a good guy t-shirt.
If
No,
I-
I believe he would be good boy Wicket.
Good, yes.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Goodest boy Wicket.
If I went to a show and there was a dog referee, I would lose my goddamn mind with a little and a dog just running around. Yeah. I mean, it would be chaos. Like,
yeah,
it
yeah,
would totally
absolutely.
be chaos.
You're getting booked, kid.
You could do the Roddy Piper method, though, where one time Roddy Piper fought a bear, like wrestled a bear, like a real bear, and the promoter slapped his ass before he got in the ring, and he put a bunch of fucking honey on his trunks so that this bear was literally up his ass.
There was there was something like that where oh geez, I can't remember his name, and I know Matt's gonna bug me about this too. We recorded a former referee with Studio Wrestling days, like Bruno Sammartino days, and they did a bear one, but they kept sicking the bear on him, the referee, instead of the wrestlers. So
Terrifying.
he's the one that had the shoe repair place here in town. It's listen, it's the most Pittsburgh story ever, Mike. So actually, he did shoe repairs for like all the Steelers and the Penguins and like basically anybody famous in town. So what?
Nothing. It's just, it is like I haven't even heard the full story, and it's already like, so where's this
We're
guy?
talking the 70s and the 80s, man, when you fixed your shoes and didn't just buy them at Walmart,
Little-
okay?
You guys were
Little-
talking about bears, and all I can think about is The Office. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
There's that too. We also have a friend that I introduced them to Beast Man, and they're still waiting. Apparently, I misspoke and said there was going to be a bear at that show,
So we thought
and
it was a legit bear.
and they're still waiting for the bear.
And he got West Fetty instead.
And they got West Fetty, and they kind of took him home. Well, that's a longer story, but so I think you're aware of that
I
story.
got that, yeah.
Anyways, so what else is happening here? You guys, Tina especially has let us know about great matches going on. Is anybody here familiar with Daniel Makabe?
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 I mean, I know I've seen like some of his stuff in New Japan, but
Okay. Oh wait, so maybe I have seen it too.
yeah, you know you have.
I don't know.
You probably just didn't know his first name was
Well,
Daniel.
probably. He's the best. He's labeled here as the best unsigned technically a wrestler, the wrestling genius Daniel Makabe, and he's taking on. Let's see if I can pull up the graphic here for you guys. Nick, no swearing, Gage MDK at WrestleMania, Warhausen's WrestleMania. So
That's a straight up middle finger.
that is a middle finger right there because it's Nick no swearing Gage.
He's fucking swearing.
He is fucking swearing indeed.
Damn
I've
Nick
seen.
Cage.
Have you seen this guy wrestle in person?
No.
No. It's
Nick Cage was the guy who almost killed David Arquette, right?
it's.
Oh,
Yes,
that
that's the
fucking
guy.
who thinks he needs to get over by doing hardcore matches.
I've seen him twice, and from a distance, and I sat
Gosh.
closer this time. He's fucking terrifying.
Oh, then I probably I should retract my statement.
Yes, he's
Yeah,
end
you
up on a
should.
wrestling show with him.
His catchphrase is "murder, death, kill." So,
Yes.
you
Pal,
should probably-
I gotta tell you something, Nick. Wrestling's fake.
Oh no!
Don't do that.
wait,
Don't
what?
Don't do that. Don't do that here.
I'm gonna. No,
I don't
I'm
think
just
that's a good
gonna-
idea. Just
Wait,
pull that
no,
away.
We don't
hold
do
on,
that
just
here.
We don't do that here.
Hold
That's
on.
that's a different
What?
show. That's a different show. No,
Don't
no,
ki-
Mike. There was
Sorry,
nothing.
don't-
Nothing. There was a glitch.
No, don't
It's
murder.
not what you heard.
No, don't murder people is what I meant.
Don't murder, death, kill Ronnie.
No.
No, he said wrestling is baked.
It's
Oh.
baked.
I'm here.
It's
Okay.
fully baked.
But enough about Rob Van Dam.
What a good guy.
Speaking of good guys, there's Rob Van Dam.
Jeez.
And we should
Awkward
mention.
silence.
Oh
David.
wait, has
That's-
he
that's
done?
the
Wait,
chat.
has he done something shitty?
No,
Other
he's currently sleeping with 2 girls right now.
Yeah.
oh, what a
Yeah.
shame. Poor guy.
Yeah.
I'm not jealous at all. Like,
No. Well, when you're Rob Van
You
Dam,
can do whatever the hell you want.
when you're Mr. Monday Night,
You're
For that
hardcore. and You
long.
can take them both.
To be fair, I have gotten so gooned that I've seen double and made like I was like, oh, my judgment was like impaired with.
I'm like, where was this story going?
wait, what?
No, I'm saying like he enjoys the devil's lettuce as I do, and sometimes you go so far into the stratosphere that you see double. So if he's banging 2 women, maybe he thinks it's the same person.
That's fair.
Okay.
All right.
That's fair. Or maybe
One of my Patreon levels is writing alibis and ways to get out of excuses for your affairs.
I'm gonna get you a shovel. You can dig your way out of that one.
Oh no, I like it down here.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fun.
We are learning so much this week.
Oh,
I'm
boy,
glad that
that's
I'm-
another Patreon level.
and-
I like it down here.
I like.
It's just me in a like, oh, please send down the pizza in the bucket, sir.
It puts the pizza in its mouth, or else it gets the hose again.
You beat me
That
to it.
happened. Were you there, Ronnie? When there's that horrible hole up by the crow's nest in McKeesport, and they're passing something down to me, and they put it in a pitcher and said puts it in the basket, puts the lotion in the basket down to me. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
There's a bunch of holes in that building. It's fine.
There are a lot of there are.
I've got holes.
Shocked.
I've got holes.
And yes. Anyways, before I get myself in trouble, I just got to say,
doesn't
because
matter
this
anymore.
is so great, and I believe Matt Carlin sent this to me and said this is peak RJ City.
Oh, oh boy.
RJ City. Let's say better.
Oh
There
yes.
he is. RJ
Yeah.
makes coffee in his underwear with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It looks
What an
like
awkward Christmas Day photo
Yeah.
for
I
that
was
young
gonna-
nephew and Uncle Steve.
What did somebody say? It looks like Steve. This is what it looks like when you've met your adult son for the first time and are very disappointed.
I wonder if he realizes he's not actually supposed to be in his underwear for this.
Which one?
RJ.
Looks
What?
like every photo Jim Miller's taken with
Okay, all right. Anyways,
top female talent.
oh, no.
jokes.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy, we just put cameras all over the place. It's
The
fine.
thoughts of the guests are not necessarily the opinions of the affiliates of the show.
Nope,
Uh,
no, everything's fine.
Not the thoughts.
not the,
No.
All right, here's some good news for you. Here's some good before we go to the break here and get to the big question, because I know you are all excited for this.
Hi.
Is hold on as Ronnie's getting mouth kissed by the dog right now.
That was cute.
There it is.
Nice.
There it is. Oh, and how about
Coming to you
I want to boop that snoot.
That's a
Over
different
there.
Patreon level.
it's a different? Yeah, that's a Patreon level now too.
That's
Make sure
For $100, she'll boop the snoot.
that's right. It's
Sorry, she's gonna hit me by the other show.
She's gonna beat the shit out of you, right?
Getting closer. Wait,
Sure.
very good. Good. Wait. No, wicket.
Anyways, but returning, and I did share. I did actually get kind of a preview of this for several months now. The WWE Superstar cookie sandwiches are returning.
Yo,
Oh my
what
God.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm in.
I just ate the last of my vanilla wafers for this last night.
Yeah. What is this secret
listen-
wafers
listen,
that
man.
you've got?
Listen, so my family works at Joy Cone back home,
Son of a.
What's
which
that?
is it's a cone company, and you've probably eaten one made back from my hometown. So
Neat.
and including this is a Good Humor product. So like Dairy Queen cones or Joy Cone and everything, they just rebrand them a lot of times, and they have a cookie plant that they just put in, and they've been doing these vanilla wafers, and I've been getting the rejects.
Oh boy.
Did they have the wrestling pictures on
So
them?
do you
The
have
rest-
like a bunch of Roman Reigns with no heads?
No. The issue was the ink, actually. That they
Oh,
that they read. Like the first one, like if you got them wet and they're putting ice cream in them, like they're gonna run. Like Missy would take like a cookie, put it on her tongue, and then she had Roman Reigns on her tongue.
Hey, you know what?
Jesus.
That's actually a better marketing sell.
Yeah, it's like we should have went with this, right? So
For
You want the
200
big dog on your
Patreons.
tongue?
because it was always
Wow.
we always get like she'll just give me a
Wow.
box of cones when I'm up for Christmas or visiting or whatever. She's already got something extra from there because apparently it's
Please forward all rejections.
we'll have to share it. Well, we actually did. Missy took them, and we were invited to somebody's New Year's party. That was a bunch of wrestlers. So she made like not ice cream, but she made frosting and made sandwiches with them.
What?
For
Was
them.
I? What,
No,
was
you were
this?
not at that party.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Apparently, we weren't invited.
We weren't invited to that party. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I-
yeah, that makes us feel.
I'm
old.
no,
sorry.
wait. Which?
It wasn't my party, okay, guys?
Oh, wait. This was. When did I see?
No, I did go to a New Year's party at a wrestler's house. But
Yes,
not-
you did.
But not that.
Oh, this
that
was.
one.
I'm thinking of the Christmas party
We didn't have them yet at the Christmas party.
because
or
I
we
would have
would've done that there.
definitely like
Yes,
inserted
they
those
would've
like floppy
gone-
disks into my mouth.
I'm just gonna stop saying that's a different Patreon tier.
For $300 on Patreon.
We can just add that one to
will-
like the. Oh,
They were
start
nice-
getting the rejects, and then that's one of the foods I will sloppily eat.
You wanna
We
see
can't
what
lose.
You want to see what I can do with a Macho Man?
Wow.
Oh boy.
I'm adding that. That's another good tag for my Facebook dating profile.
For 400 Patreon. See what she can do with her mouth with a Macho Man.
Did someone mention the Macho Man?
What?
But
Ooh yeah.
he's got the glasses on audio.
If
There we
if we don't find a way to put Mad Mike Macho Man on a fucking ice cream sandwich,
Oh.
All right, he's gonna help us with the Wrestling Mayhem Show ice cream sandwiches, guys.
Yeah.
See, the
Yes.
funny thing is, you say that. I now have these glasses. I have a Macho Man robe. All I need is a bandana and a wig, and I
okay,
can
okay, we're not 3D printing you onto like a
Why
ice cream
not?
sandwich. It's like an
Wait,
outline.
we could.
We could.
Well, I mean, you can 3D print anything.
That's right. We know people.
Why don't we make him a T-shirt on Pro Wrestling
See,
Tees?
there you go.
With his Macho Mike ear.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, the Macho Mike.
Oh, Tina says, haha, that's Tina.
Show. Yeah, that's a different Patreon level. Yes, it is.
Gonna eat the sandwiches, yeah.
Tina says that's a Bumble level.
Bumble level?
Charlie said, sold Badger, take my $100. And then after a little bit, I'll move some money around. I'm upgrading to $300.
Oh
think
man,
I-
I'm gonna eat so fucking
Be
good.
working
I'm so fucking hungry
and in slow motion.
and in slow motion.
Oh jeez, I think I screwed up the ads. I did these backwards because this would have been the perfect segue into a Slice on Broadway ad, which you could also do in slow motion.
Yo,
Hey.
Slice,
I got it.
hit
No,
me up.
I'm on it. Hold on.
All right, where are you going? Where are you going? Are we doing this now?
Slice on Broadway,
Oh, what are
yeah.
you just kidding?
The
All right,
perfect
hold on a
pepperoni
second.
pizza Patreon.
Hey.
Listen, I care about the content for my follower. Oh, puppy. I care about the content. I only want it if it's hot and ready.
Well, listen. Hold on, Ronnie. We're gonna do this after the break, but first of all, I want to give a shout out. Please go check out IndieWrestling.us and the Indie Wrestling Network, IndieWrestling.network, with a lot of great content. Just posted the RWA show from this past weekend, including an epic casket match against Pretty Boy Smooth and Matt Kennard. Why would I? Cat Connard. Damn it. I don't know who the Kennard is. I don't know who that is.
Wasn't that Darkwing Duck's
That was I think I was Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck and a very tall man in a casket match.
Let's get dangerous.
Wrestling. Let's get dangerous. Also dangerous was Fans Bring the Weapon. I was very worried for everybody's safety at Renegade Wrestling Alliance. Their 11th anniversary show. Holy shit, 11 years under one promoter. And it keeps growing. At max capacity there, they had a steel cage match with Bill Collier and Daniel Eves. They had a bloody dog collar match between Bronco McBride and Jimmy Cicero. Let's see what else. There was another one in there. There was what I am calling after the show a love triangle match with Justin Idol's wife ? As the guest referee, and a 6-way ladder match with for the contract for number one contendership, which had a lot of consequences, a lot of bruised Instagrams the next day after that one. So go check that out. That's RWA Uprising plus Rise, and plus the Black Diamond Wrestling New Year Nightmare, including Ronnie Starks on commentary for some reason.
I was really drunk.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
Yeah, people are still asking me about some of the things you said. So
Wasn't that bad?
yeah, it was something.
Whoops.
Anyways, yeah. Whoops, indeed. So go check out all that stuff. Indie Wrestling US Plus, Raps with Rigatoni, Women with Waffles, including Gina.
I would like to see the child.
That's right. As a child. Baby Yoda's going to be at Build-A-Bear soon.
I can't wait to get my baby Yoda.
Oh my God, I'm totally getting one.
Yeah.
I'm totally getting
See,
one.
I
and a
fought it. I
backpack
fought it
sticker to
so
go.
hard. I was like, I don't know why y'all like this little fucking grandpa bug. If that thing was in your goddamn kitchen at 3 a.m., you would freak the fuck out. There would be no cute. And then people tricked me and they made me watch like the best of, and I was like, oh, you didn't tell me that it makes baby noises, and I unfortunately am a female and have ovaries, and I went, oh, I need one. So now I'm like all things Baby Yoda.
If it makes you feel better, he is 50.
Oh, I don't do that anymore.
On that note, hey, we're going to listen to Katie talking about some stuff going on that we do also in this space, and we'll be back with a big question and some slow slice eating. Is that happening? Are we doing this right now? Anyways, we'll be right back.
I don't know. If
I
Yeah,
have a correction.
A
I
correction?
mean, I've said some
For on
correction.
show or?
On show,
Okay.
Darkwing Duck's name was Drake Mallard.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to come back with it.
But he protected the city of Saint Canard.
There you go.
There
you
it
go.
is.
I need to get up on. I'm sorry. I'm catching up on my
Darkwing was
90s
my
X-Men
favorite,
right now. Darkwing Duck is next.
Darkwing was my favorite.
What?
Oh,
What's that on?
Go get it.
Hulu.
Go get it.
Ooh, I got the $2 Hulu. What's up,
Yeah.
ads?
what's up?
I don't mind the
What's
ads.
up? What's
I've
up?
been listening to
What's
Daria
up,
all
jarring
day.
ads while I'm trying to watch Cowboy Bebop and relax?
Yo, Hulu is crazy with their ads. It's like 5 minutes of ads for like 2 minutes
It's
of my
stupid.
show.
You mean-
Like,
The
weird
blow
thing is,
me.
It's almost like
No
television.
ads. No ads during movies.
Good.
Yeah, seriously.
Good.
Because I watched Bumblebee. I forgot to mention.
Yay. What'd you think of that?
It was fine.
I like Bumblebee.
Wait, how Transformers fan are you?
No, it made me long for what we could have.
I think it's a perfect first step of what we could have.
More-
So
okay.
we're never getting that again.
More importantly, did anybody else see Cats?
No, I heard it was garbage.
Missy and Dutters did. And then at KSWA, they kept like
yeah, they greeted me with head nod.
head.
My
like, what the
plan is, because I don't want to pay money to see Cats.
Watch it for free. I don't even know watch it for
We
free.
technically didn't.
Well, no, I want.
Oh, what
if,
the hell?
If I can earn another Regal free ticket, I'm going to go see it for free.
A-list, baby. I gotta pay for my
I was
A-list.
so high when I saw it, and I think
Oh fuck! I should be recording this.
I think I would no. I
It's
think.
it's on Facebook.
It'll be fun.
Oh, baby, want that pizza pie? You wanted that little pizza pie?
She's just like,
Kenny has the little. Oh wait, what's the cat thing? The salami thing. He can has
Cheeseburger.
pizza pie a little.
pizza pie.
Or something like that.
I'll give him a little piece of crust. Does he eat just crust? Is that what
Oh, Ronnie,
I mean,
while
give him
while
some
we're on
pepperoni
break,
or
do you
something.
want to see Hogwarts?
Goddamn
so far?
right I do.
All right, special. Here, show them Hogwarts. I'm gonna hit the.
Okay.
Be right back.
All right. So I'm halfway done. I'm zooming
shit.
out.
Man, if
Yeah.
you were to drop that or something right now, I would feel so bad, but I would laugh and
Yeah.
laugh. Man, that's wild.
I feel like
Yeah,
a wizard right now.
There's a dragon on
That's
the
awesome.
roof of Hogwarts.
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
Um,
there are so many things you could do with that screenshot right there.
Oh yeah. The staircases move.
What?
That's really cool, dude.
Yeah, and on the other side here, you have Dementors.
What?
Yeah, that's cool shit.
And this, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's stained glass windows.
Wow, dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
That was
it's
an expensive
intense.
piece, dude.
Yes.
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
I just went to the Lego store recently.
Right?
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, they
That's,
still
Russ
sell it
Before,
there.
right?
It's like a $400 set.
I know, because I want the princess. I want the Disney castle really fucking bad. But
Oh,
I'm
one of
not-
my friends has it. It's awesome.
I'm sure. I didn't realize like they had all those little extras and shit, like you were just showing. So I can only imagine what's happening in the Disney one.
I wanted that.
Yeah.
Firehouse.
From what I
Ghostbusters.
was able to see, each room inside the Disney castle represents a different princess.
Nice.
Dang.
Yeah.
Little tiny pupper. So tiny. Ooh.
All right, hold on, dude.
The Harry Potter ones are really great though. Like, all right, so hold on, I have a smaller set here. It's the graveyard scene.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Where,
think I saw this one at the store.
It comes with baby Voldemort.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It comes with the baby Voldemort that you put in there.
That's crazy.
And it also comes with Peter Pettigrew, but I took off his hand to put it in the bowl
Fun.
No more.
to see.
No more pizza.
There's baby Voldemort. No, he fell.
Oh no.
He's just like,
Okay,
give me
I'll
more
just-
pizza, motherfuckers.
Look, it's baby Voldemort.
Oh, it's such a what?
He had a weight problem for a while because we kept giving him crust on podcast.
Oh. He's a healthy boy. Thick as in, Sorg. Thick as in. Let the dog eat.
Oh, he was unhealthy.
Let the big dog eat.
Man, I don't think I've ever seen like a chunky chihuahua. That would be funny as fuck, I feel like.
It's got a water into the room. Hey
He was
guys.
like a round
Come here.
puff.
I love it.
Also, I hope we have time to comment on fucking Mercedes Martinez.
I was
Getting
about to
signed.
Yeah.
Holy
Very
shit,
excited.
good for her. It's about fucking time.
Tina,
Oh.
don't you dare spoil anything on Crisis. I'm watching it later.
I'm watching when I get home. Yeah. It's going the fuck down. Are we watching Discord again?
You're yelling timber?
Oh, this is the first disc.
Are we watching it again? I really don't want to. I've seen me enough today. We're watching it again. Fuck. If anybody wants to see Fat Ronnie the referee, tune in for Super Indy 10.
Which is on actually that is on YouTube.
Oh, I can just post the whole show? Cool. Oh, I don't want to work there again anyway.
Jake Atlas got signed too. Jake Atlas. Apparently he's been on the scene for like a while, but he just recently kind of like escalated. I met him on Rise with an I in Chicago. Very talented. And now he's signed by the WWE, so somebody had eyes on him, and I don't know if Rise with an I like had an assist on that with like, but
Makes sense.
I mean, as far as I know, there are eyes and ears everywhere. like as far as that kind of stuff goes.
Oh my god, I'm gonna make the ugliest faces at this dog
Holy
because
fuck.
I like can't control.
Look who it is, not him. I just saw him. A
He
couple days
doesn't
ago.
fucking age. That's like
Oh.
terrifying.
How long ago was this? 6 years? 7 years?
Like 7.
Oh, look at this. Good quarter futuristic. You got,
Oh man.
And there's a Wrestling Mayhem show original in that match.
Dang.
Bit of Elias in there.
Throwback.
Shulo.
Was he carrying the
The mic
microphone
stand?
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the mic stand at this point.
I remember when he first
I
started
got to see
training.
I got to see Pedro again last month when I went to AIW.
Dude, I love Pedro, man.
Yeah, he's like out doing doing tickets
Is
for
that one of the
armbands.
Marbell?
And I walked up, I was like,
Boys
"Hey
in the
man, been a
front.
while."
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you have that belt?
Yep.
Oh, it's when they were in the.
Yeah, fucking Mark.
Look at that. David fucking Demira.
There's DJ Z.
Teaming with Walking Wild.
Brr, 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 brr.
I love that he still comes out with the air horn,
Yes.
like to the air horn.
Who's that? Jesus.
So Bronco McBride did a homage to DJ Z.
Sounds really familiar.
What?
Bronco.
You don't know Bronco?
I
Bronco
probably
was
should.
in
Teamed with Roden back in the day.
They were the blue collar slaughterhouse.
That's where.
Um,
That's right. Okay.
But he comes out with like the LOD spikes and skull kind of thing going on,
Mm-hmm.
and he has LED lights around it in an homage to DJ Z, his trainer.
That's cool shit.
That's
Brr,
awesome.
brr, brr.
So I saw him light that up. I'm like, why is he? I was like, it looks like he's still in DJ Z's gear, old gear. And I was like, and then the commentator said, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Listen, when you see a redneck doing moonsaults, that's because they were trained by DJ Z
Flippy shit.
Or Terry Funk.
or Terry Funk. Yeah, also accurate. Like you can tell the era.
If you see a redneck doing moonsaults, you might have been trained by Terry Funk.
Like you can tell the eras a little bit. Like, oh, this was the hentai and Gambino were training era. You know, it starts kind of taking shape.
Who's this?
Who's what? That is David Demira, aka Doc Remedy.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That all makes sense now.
It all comes together.
Holy crap! I've known Doc for this long.
Yes.
Ron,
We're still.
Ronnie, you
Was that
have
on the
to
show?
Look up the lore.
That was
No.
last week.
We
Yeah.
determined this. Mike, Ronnie's been around this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
But he hasn't been around longer than me, so I'm okay with that.
Well, like, it blows my mind because I've known you guys for this long, but didn't really know you guys for this long. Like, it's nuts. And I watched the show too. Because I'm
Ronnie, do you
goddamn
ever really
monkey.
know a person?
No.
oh,
Do
yeah.
you ever really know someone?
Well, not
Yeah.
really, because I'm
Not
not.
unless, well, you can know me very well for the price of this Patreon level.
Oh, I love you. You're so awesome.
Wow.
For the price of $9.99 a month, you can slowly
month.
start to get to know me.
Whoa,
Hold on.
is that the?
If
Is that
that's
the rate?
the case, you should pull up the old dubstep theme for the WWE Network.
Let me get my credit card out.
Oh man.
Oh, it's gonna be the House of Gina. There you go.
I'm about to.
Oh,
You're about
boy.
to what?
I was to say I'm about to revive Velocity.
Wow.
It is.
Oh,
It is.
so many jokes. My
So
head is going to explode.
Oh,
That's what I do.
jeez.
That's what I'm
Pretty
here
sure
for.
at this point it would be called friction.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem show / workshop, your Patreon day. Here, the second episode of the year. This is what we do. This is what we do.
It's called marketing.
Gina's here, talking with us.
Is it marketing because you're looking for marks?
Wow!
Whoa!
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, fixing
Yes,
that.
I
peak later.
am.
I just want to
Buy my gear. It's for sale. I am hungry and have to pay my rent. Give me money.
Honey Brazzers. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but I know it's all gold.
It's gold.
Man, I'm making that graphic tonight.
Yes, you can have that one. That one. I'm
Man.
giving away $100 ideas.
Ronnie Starks is here
Hello, everyone.
somehow.
I'm here.
He's just existing.
I'm loving this whole fucking day right now. Badger might be my new favorite person.
Oh, jeez.
It's Honey
Honey.
Brazzers now.
Oh my God, can I call you that forever now? Honey Brazzers.
Oh boy.
Holy fuck.
I can't wait for that conversation backstage to happen.
So I hung out with
wait.
Honey Brazzers.
So wait, is
And
that
then-
the
and there's
title
like
of this
Brandon K.
episode?
Like, there's Brandon K. Like, what'd you say?
What the fuck, Ronnie? I'm like,
Is that the title of this episode now?
It might be.
welcome to Honey
It might
Brazzers.
be. I don't. It might get us kicked off a couple platforms, but oh no.
It's parody.
It is
Okay.
parody.
So when she takes a slow bite of the piece of pizza, put the Brazzers logo on the bottom.
If you don't censor it out,
What's
if you don't
just
put
a
if you
pizza,
don't
yeah.
put a big censored thing like they used to do with the Girls Gone Wild commercials, like the overnight, like it was like midnight hit when you were
Yeah.
watching TNT, and it was like Girls Gone Wild, and it was like the full shot, but then the censor thing was like bouncing up and down.
It's
like
a
that's what
Girls
you
Gone
need to
Wild
do.
logo on the titty.
Yeah. Oh, it
Yeah.
was the Girls Gone Wild. So like when this comes up, if this isn't a big censor bar, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
I'm not gonna lie, they got me with that shit when I was.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, we-
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
why? Marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a fucking mark.
But you goddamn fucking Max.
So what's the big question of the day?
The big question may be, what's your favorite Patreon level? Jeez, Honey Brazzers and Joey Ryan, sleaziest tag team around.
Please.
There
you
go.
Thank you.
There you go. That may be the way to do it.
I want to
God.
wrestle Joey Ryan so
This
goddamn
is
bad.
the way.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way.
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 Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have spoken.
This is the way. ... Okay.
That's
I-
okay.
That's the title of the show. This is the way. ... Okay.
So many titles. I'll probably end up
I think you're
using
gonna
none of
get
them.
more clicks if you put Honey Brazzers.
Yeah, I
It
have
will,
a
it
feeling,
will.
yeah.
It will. Anyways, your big question. We talk about signings. We talk about some on the off air, which I want to get to. Actually, it seems like big moves happening. People that, like we're kind of saying, kind of we're surprised didn't get signed by one company or another. Yeah, let's just say the top two at this point, whether they're just selling T-shirts or not. So who's out there that you think is on the verge? And again, we're coming up in the WrestleMania weekend in a couple months. Okay, that was kind of a weird time frame, but
Couple months.
I mean, we're starting to see things like WrestleMania and Effie's Big Gay Brunch and shows like and AIW is going down for Thunder in Paradise. Fucking, I love you guys, John Thorne and company. So like there's always those things, and that's usually, you know, where maybe people get introduced to what's kind of hot in indie wrestling, right? You know, somebody's going to make a moment and see what comes out of that, and maybe, you know, becomes signed, gets bigger, becomes a Joey Ryan or whatnot, right? Who do you think is kind of on the verge of a breakout at this point? Maybe even like a Warhausen. Wait, that's both guys. Danhausen Warhorse kind of thing. Like, who do you see that you could see kind of popping in the near future?
I'd like to see Matt Connor do more.
Mm-hmm.
It's my big
He's
choice.
been at it for a while. He's been doing very good stuff,
Mhm.
and really kind of killing it the last couple of years, especially.
Didn't he work with can't think of their names. Fucking Young Bucks. Didn't he do a tag match with Young Bucks at
Did
AEW?
he? I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it
Oh,
happened.
I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tag
he
match.
was in. I mean, he didn't wrestle them, but he teamed with Gory against the Fraternity when the Hardys were around at up in Meadville.
Mhm.
So I mean, he's had like these great brushes with decent guys.
Yeah, he's a good dude. you know?
So
He's got a look to him.
he's got luck. He's hitting up some new tag team stuff this year. So like that could be something that comes out. What about you, Mike? Who are you seeing out there?
I think RJ City.
Oh,
Yeah.
long overdue.
Yeah.
Like
He was doing some IW or some Impact stuff for a while. A little bit.
yeah, I mean, we know how I feel about Impact.
But it's still a thing, but
It is, but they don't really have vetting,
Mhm.
as it were. Is
As we
obvious.
discussed in the first segment.
Yes, but yeah, I feel like especially if RJ says like making inroads with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Mm-hmm.
That right there could be a definite nice name to have on your resume, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I
But
think
yeah.
good.
No, that's it.
Gina, you have one?
I feel good about the main event going down to the Performance Center. That was one. You know, it's like crazy, like the way like time works, because not that like forever ago, like when I was still a trainee, I remember like talking about. I think this is when shit, what was his name? Cassidy went down forever ago. Don, I can't remember his name, but one of the old PWX guys had went down and done one of like basically like one of the performance like circuits. Yeah. And he came back and was talking about like just the size of dudes and stuff, and like I just assumed like, I mean, everybody's tall to me, but like, you know, bigger dudes and like like Gannon Jones Jr. Like he looks like an athlete. You know what I mean? And works to make sure he always looks like an athlete, and he's very talented. And it was like kind of shocking when he's like, I'm considered like a small dude down there. Do you know what I mean? And like now it's kind of crazy. I think that was like 4 or 5 years ago, and like now he's down there like with his tag partner. Like granted, they didn't like look at them. From what I understand, like they look at everybody individually.
It's a room of there's like 50 people that were on that list. So,
but it's just kind of crazy that, like, I don't want to say anybody is getting down there, but like as soon as you get like some fire under you, it seems like they just want to like, all right, where are they at? But I just have a feeling like they've been doing so much good stuff, and they just always like seem to top themselves a little bit more every time. That I wouldn't be shocked if they were. Like they elevate themselves to the next level. So I literally think like they're good dudes, like they're my people, but like even that aside, like they're just like really good wrestlers and like very, very entertaining. So yeah, I think they're kind of like the next like indie darlings that could, or just elevated to the next indie darlings, honestly. Like they could be like Young Buck status. I feel like at some point where it's like like you say main event and everybody knows who you're talking about.
Yeah. I was thinking a little bit earlier about. I feel like Colin Delaney's going to come back around. Like he's been doing great stuff and doing some killer matches around, doing commentary. I know he's commentary on AIW, and we see him up in Revenge doing so as well. And again, he's a guy that's been there before, but he's a different Colin Delaney now.
Yeah.
More capable, more, I think can do more. Now, obviously,
and it's a different WWE now.
It's a different WWE. We've seen him do some matches on 205 Live, for instance, pop it up here and there. So we know he's kind of still in the circle there. So, and good guy, and I hope he gets another shot at that, doing something on that level, or even AEW picking him up and doing something with him. So, because he's entertaining. He's done some fun matches that we've seen up there. Teaming with Keith Hahn, watching some old matches of his, those two together recently. To Infinity and Beyond, I'm seeing team up again up in Erie. So that's one that's kind of on top of my head just for the moment as well. On top of what guys, obviously a lot of guys you guys mentioned are on the list too. A lot of lists coming out on the chat room. Tina says Warhausen, David Starr. David Starr is on the cusp. Dude, that guy. They did a killer 45-minute match with Jonathan Gresham a few years ago. We filmed. AJ Gray, Kurt Stallion, some of these names I don't know. Ricky Shane Page. Ricky with Gregory Iron, who we're going to have an Indie Mayhem show next week when I talk to him about podcasting exclusively, I swear. And was it Atticus? Who's their fourth? Why is that escaping me? But they're doing this thing at, I think, GCW, where it's like 440. And
they got something very good going on.
They got something interesting going on down there, and it's different than we've seen from any of them individually, it seems, right?
I think Atticus is going to be somebody.
Oh, geez,
I think
yes.
I don't know how to say this, because like I feel like as unique and talented as he is, like I still feel like this is only the tip of the iceberg. Like,
oh yeah,
I feel like we're gonna look back and be like, I can't believe that's like he had a jacket made of faces, and we thought that was the craziest thing he was gonna do.
By the way, whoever I forget, I shared it I think on Instagram, but whoever did the one where the referee, like I think it was him and Gory, and the referee put his hand on one of the faces, and they did a close up and said, "Excuse me,
Excuse me, sir." I
excuse
think
me,
that
sir.
was.
I forget where I saw that.
I feel like that was Ty Cross.
That might have been a Ty Cross thing. I don't know. But
I don't know who that guy is.
yeah, don't know who that guy is. Eddie Only, yeah, no, I've been getting to see him a bit. He's been at Uprise and UPWA. Oh no, I'm screwing up those letters. Anyways, our friends up there in Cleveland. He's been doing some great stuff. And could get over there. Also from this, Buffalo Boys, all those guys are awesome, says Charlie. And a story of them all coming back from that horrible car accident. Faye Jackson, Tina's saying.
Oh yeah, Puff's gonna do something.
Yes. Yeah, he's a character.
I'm really sad that I never got my dream tag with him to be Honey Puff.
Honey Puff. Honey Puff, that's great.
And then we have like a Funko box of cereal, like shitty cereal with like little Funkos.
That's amazing. Victor out there saying CPA. He's been doing. We've seen him a bit in Rise, of course, and he's been doing some fun stuff. Logan Creed, I'm not familiar. Casey Navarro, Red Death. I'm not familiar with that either. AC Mac. All names that all of you should be YouTubing right now. Blake Christian. A lot of people out there. So, and again, like, I mean, we only know mostly.
But like that's just a like really cool part of this, like with indie wrestling, like this wheel kind of like turning even faster than it you obviously used to. Is there's like those people you just listed is like there's so much opportunity for talent to like showcase themselves, because eventually, like especially now with AEW like up there, like there's so much opportunity. Like I know like everybody keeps saying this, but I really feel like it's true. Like there's never been a better time to be a pro wrestler like in the indies, because there's just so many different opportunities, like locally. Like again, Rise with an I just started doing online. You can do online seminars now if you can't,
really?
like, well, they started doing, I believe, a weekly or bi-weekly seminar up in Chicago where they're based out of with freelance wrestling. But you can now, like, for a fraction of an already really good price, like you can also now like tune in basically via like live and just like get all the information. And like especially like if Jimmy Jacobs is there, like I can't recommend, like, granted, like all the seminars, like I always like take something good away, but like Jimmy Jacobs is just like one of my favorite people to do a seminar with, because I always leave with so much information and just like so much like, oh my gosh, what if I did this, what if I did this, like he just like opens up that box to, like, you know what I mean, like get your thought process going.
And that's so accessible now too. I have been obsessed with watching Quackenbush's Till We Make It series, because there's some stuff in there that like actually hits on stuff that I try to help with what we do with production and everything. Like and little things like I listened to the one about being the stinky one in the locker room.
Things that
things you don't think about, right? So, but that's so accessible now, more than anything. And you say there's multiple opportunities, like, and while there's plenty more wrestlers training, probably more than ever, there's more opportunities for the people that know how to take advantage of them and can learn how to take advantage of them too. So, and all that's going to rise, right? With an I or a Y. Thank you for calling me out. Everybody called me out on that one.
Well, we have to do that now.
Yes, exactly. So. All right. Well, hey, there's a lot of stuff going on. And, of course, even just here in the Pittsburgh area, I just updated PittsburghWrestling.com because I just found out there are 2 shows on March 20th, for instance, up in Springdale and in University of Greensburg with KSWA. And the Pit Fight Boys are putting together another show coming up there. Ronnie, I know you got launched into the stratosphere at the last one. Yeah.
I will also be on this one.
And you'll be on this one as well. I don't know if we'll be in attendance or we might podcast again. I don't know. The Pit Bike guys are going to come back on this show to talk about what's coming up. But we're looking forward to seeing that. It's not on Tuesday, so it makes the decision a lot easier for me. So looking forward to check that out, and you guys too take the drive out there and support them.
Cool,
but also,
Cabana.
you guys are still watching these old DVDs.
Adam Cole's on this show.
Adam Cole's on this show. Babyface Adam Cole, right?
Apparently, I work with Adam
Bay
Cole.
Bay
and didn't
face.
know.
Bay face.
Oh.
Bay face, yes, yeah, yeah.
okay.
You never know. Everybody comes through Pittsburgh, guys. Everybody, except for Daniel Bryan. I don't think he was on anything locally, right? Other than Ring of Honor shows.
Just at the Ring of Honor in the same building.
Yeah, like that's it. But not like
It was him versus Kenta.
CM Punk came through.
Huh?
I don't know. The dog's got something to say. Right, because are we out of pizza?
Another,
Sit on a piece.
or not. Oh, he's probably mad because I won't share.
Do you want some press, Toby?
Well, I'll take care of it. As you were saying.
It is funny with the timing though that said CM Punk is doing that Fox thing, and we all of a sudden have ice cream bars.
Maybe it was part of his negotiations.
It may have been.
I don't think he legit cares.
Listen, man, let us have a dream, okay?
Yeah, fuck you, Mike.
Let us believe, okay? Ice cream bars are still real to us, damn it.
Well,
fuck
okay,
you,
if
Mike.
you want to believe, just assume it's Seth Rollins because he's stealing every other part of Punk's gimmick.
There's no Seth Rollins on those sandwiches. It's Roman Reigns, Macho Man, Becky Lynch, and I forget who the other one is.
So is the Becky Lynch one considered an ice cream manwich?
Yes.
Leave.
I can't go anywhere. I live here.
Okay. Well, still leave.
Just leave the internet.
Really, out of all the jokes I've made, that's the one that gets the lead.
Yeah,
comment?
manwich. That's where you. Nope. I have to draw a line somewhere.
Fair enough.
I have morals and standards.
But if you're in the
And
area,
that's a different Patreon
That's
tier.
a different Patreon.
Yes.
Morals and standards. Is,
listen, I just want you to
$1 a month, you get a lecture.
$1 a month is the she's a nice lady tier.
she's a nice lady.
How dare you? She's a nice lady.
It's actually just me. Like, you get a photo of me doing something nice, like helping like a grandma. It's like me like putting like groceries into like an old woman's car.
I hope it turns out to you stealing her groceries.
I was
Or,
gonna say,
like,
but then it turns around. Like the next thing is like
The $5
no.
the $5 level is what's actually happened.
Yeah.
Maybe she's not a nice lady. Anyways, we're talking about off air. But this is like the week of just signings and things and
It
progress
really
and
is.
movements. Mercedes Martinez, who I got to see at Rise. I finally got to see her at Rise with an Eye when I was out in California last spring.
Amazing.
But finally got signed to the
19
WWE.
years.
19 years.
Like
That is unheard
wrestling
of.
19 years at her level. Like I can't tell you how I shrieked when I saw her at the 180W.
I can't believe they dropped the ball on her and didn't sign her.
Well, hey, I mean they're gonna make mistakes too. Early.
They are. We've talked about like kind of the questionable women's division over there right now.
Oh, they have a women's division.
Yeah, you never know it from watching their show.
It's not the best.
No, but hey, not everything's going to be full tilt. They're learning as they're going.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a multi-million-dollar learning as we're going thing. Right, Wicket? Right. Anyways, so
Look at the crap.
I
out of
see
it.
it.
This happens because you can see he's tasting
What
the
a sick,
pizza
sticky
juice
wicket.
from my hand from earlier, and I can't do anything or else he'll fall. So multitasking, switch a show, hold a dog, host the show, try to keep things going.
Sorg is
And-
the Paris Hilton.
And I think what?
You're holding a dog and podcasting.
I was thinking more the
I
Steve.
assume that's what Paris Hilton does.
I was thinking the Mongo McMichael of
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
podcasting. I mean,
All right,
I
fair.
feel like
Who's got the Halliburton then?
Oh, I have
mean,
such
no,
a
early.
dream of owning a strawberry blonde Chihuahua named Bougie, and she's named Gigi for short, and she goes everywhere with me.
wait, Bougie is Gigi for short?
Yes.
No.
No.
Her full her government name would be Bougie, but for short, I would call her Gigi.
That seems like the same length to me.
Okay,
I'm
but
it's like
me
saying-
yelling Bougie, or going Gigi, and then a little strawberry blonde dog,
It's almost-
little
No,
little
the-
little
the-
taps,
the-
little.
there's a lot of
that sound?
Oh, that's ASMR right there.
A little bit. That came over real fun over somebody's car radio right now.
Like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
It's the spiders. There's somebody driving around high as fuck right now,
Like,
like losing their fucking mind.
Follow the spiders.
Oh shit! There was somebody else that got signed. We were talking about too. I can't reach my.
Jake
What's
Atlas.
that?
Jake Atlas.
Now tell me about Jake Atlas. You said you're. Wait, did we talk about it on show or off air? I think we did it
I
off
think
air.
it was off air.
So you're familiar with Jake Atlas, right?
Yeah. I met him at Rise with an I, their Pride show that was in Chicago, and I believe he was in there. I believe it was a 6-way. With a lot of other good talent. Like I cannot, my brain is so fried from just life that I can't think of like who. I know Priscilla Kelly was in it, and a lot of other upcoming talent that was like newer that I hadn't heard of, but like just a fantastic athlete. But like again, I mean that was the first that I had met and heard of him, and then I saw like Rise using him more, and then all of a sudden it was like signed. So somebody was either watching and like, we're not waiting, because like we were talking about, like you almost can't wait anymore because but like what a cool thing, like to jump back real quick, like even look at like Mercedes, who like I straight up like Mick Foley asked her like, why haven't they signed you or even like signed you as a trainer, because she's so good. And he was literally like, do you need me to make a phone call? And she's like, it might help, like because no one understood like why. Do you know what I mean?
This is a thing that I've heard from people that have been signed. Like people are signed doing their podcast and talking about things. They're just like, I've been to all the things, and they don't sign you or they let you go, and they don't tell you. Like there's something about the culture there where they don't tell you what you did wrong when they put you in the doghouse or something, like on Raw or something, but then expect you to just do better. Like there's this weird thing happening with WWE. Like that's what a couple of wrestlers have said something along those lines. I think maybe even Dean Ambrose when he did his first podcast after talked about that a little bit. So like it's a culture thing right there. Yeah. So if you're good and you're going and you get it, well, I mean it's a corporate culture either way, right? So and that's going to be different than AEW has whatever little ticks maybe dealing with their talent that they're developing for better or for ill, and we'll hear about that sooner or later, I'm sure.
Right.
So
it's just weird, like as a growth opportunity or like a learning, not learning, but like a coaching opportunity. Like if you didn't want to deal with a certain type of behavior or attitude, like anything like that. You would think like you almost want to like get the word out via like, hey, you were pink slipped because of this reason. Yeah. And then the word would go around, and then people would be like, well, fuck, when I go there, like I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, like something like that, or like you get that when like a Jimmy Jacobs comes out of the system and says, listen, this is what you need to do. Or Al Snow, I was listening to a little bit of one of his sessions while we were setting up at a show, and it was like it's like, listen, if you WWE looks for X, Y, and Z. You need to concentrate on X, Y, and Z no matter what the fuck you think you should be doing, right? Because if you don't do this, they will not be interested in you or you will not work out there. Like, that's where that information comes down. But if you go, and you're not getting feedback and you're just saying, I just know I'm not getting called back like a Mercedes was potentially, then, yeah, I mean, it's frustrating.
And I mean, that was only, I think, a year ago that conversation, like, in Florida with her and Foley that I witnessed at a seminar. It's like that was a year ago, maybe a year and a half, but like how crazy. Like a year and a half ago she couldn't figure out, and now she can almost be like, well, who has the better deal, AEW or WWE? Yeah. Like that's what I was getting at. Like what a fantastic like way things turn out of where you go from pick. Like I mean she could get booked anywhere, but I'm saying like for wrestlers in general who are getting picked up by this, it's like, all right, like if I'm what you want, like, well, what do you have for me? Do you know what I mean?
What's going to be a better opportunity for because wrestlers have to worry about their own personal brand and everything, of course. I lost my other train of thought for that. and something just got detached.
It's
So
like we're at a Rise with a Y show.
yeah, I know. What? Yeah, a little bit. All right. It happens at a lot of shows.
A lot of shows.
Okay, now I remember. JR, because I remember like people talking about JR would tell you, hey, go on the indies, do more, get yourself going, do this and this and work on this and this and come back and we'll be interested. Right? Like that we've seen before, and it feels like that conversation doesn't happen as much as it used to. Nick Lendl was one. He went down there. You don't know Nick Lendl's story? He went to NXT, did one of those, I want to pay to do the NXT Performance Center experience. Got an opportunity to ring announce because that's what he wanted to do. All he knew was WWE. Mm-hmm. And they literally told him, hey, you should go find an indie promotion in your area and learn how to do this. And do this, so and maybe something will happen. So he found IWC, which turned into Ring of Honor. He's doing boxing at the Rivers Casino. He's doing MMA announcing. Like he's now everywhere, and this is what he's doing. Mm-hmm. Not with WWE, but doing pretty well, and literally traveling all over the country.
What a cool resume, bullet point, what started you in this? Well, I went to NXT and asked them how. Yeah,
I bought, and as a fan, bought the Performance Center thing, like that $1,000 ticket to go down there.
Right.
Got to talk to somebody. Got to ring announce a match at that little, hey, we'll do an NXT match for you in the Performance Center or something, right? I
almost wonder if the reason that WWE's doing it's almost like a gatekeeping thing. Yeah. With well, we don't want to give away all our secrets when it's
yeah.
Well, then your brand's not gonna grow because you're gonna keep attracting the same thing. Do you know what I mean? If you.
And I think they're figuring that out between their Performance Center and the UK Performance Center and other regions that we don't like to talk about Performance Center. Like they're bringing in a lot of that. Like you watch, and Mike, I don't know if you watched the rest of the Takeover show from Sunday with the UK, but that is a decidedly different show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, day and night.
They're not wrestling. They're not making them wrestle. Hey, I know you guys are this British style, but hey, do it more like WWE. I'm sure there's some adaptations being made. And maybe they have a Shawn Michaels are there, helping produce the matches.
Well, you got Cassius Ohno.
They got Cassius Ohno.
He wrestles a very American style of wrestling.
Absolutely. Oh, he's a European influence.
He does adapt a lot of stuff, but you can tell he's a guy who's been in the system for a long time and can interweave the different styles.
Absolutely. But then those are going to start just like we look at Raw and SmackDown. You're like, hey, these are the people we loved on NXT in the last 5 years. You're going to start seeing those filled in from the UK as well. So a lot of stuff. Mike, did you finish the UK takeover?
I did not get.
Okay, no more on that.
I will. It's just
worthwhile.
I watched a lot of wrestling.
The great thing about it is there's no pressure to watch it right away.
Yeah, no, it's true.
That is good. It was hey, here's a nice little tasty wrestling treat for you. And catch up on this when you get
3 hours last night. I would have watched it last night. But
Unfortunately,
Raw is always 3 hours.
Yeah. Are you going into Monday nights just maybe it'll be half a show tonight?
Nope.
No.
No. I'm hoping. Maybe one thing will happen tonight. I'm hoping.
I'm not having this discussion again, as we do every Monday.
Yes.
Victor is stirring the pot.
Who's Victor?
Victor's in the chat room.
Who's Victor?
Who's Victor?
Victor says, what's better, Rise with a Y or Rise with an I? They're different.
Well, I've won an award with Rise with an I.
Oh, wait, I got to leave it on there. Okay.
Yeah, I got nominated with Rise with an I. And won.
Slow eating pizza.
So there we go.
On audio. There you go.
This is tea.
This is tea. That's okay. It's late in the show. Nobody's listening. Except for those people.
Two really great promotions that have elevated my career in many different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Except one nominated me and gave me an award.
It's okay. I worked there too, and I didn't get nominated for anything.
You just showed up, though.
You're
new.
Yeah, I know.
You're new. You don't have as much to.
Well, you wrestled that Last Man Standing match, didn't you?
No, what the fuck did I do? I don't think she knows who the fuck I am. It's
Ronan's
the
just
whole,
realizing
it's the
now.
whole
that-
Samadonna shit all over again. No, I managed.
I know. No, I know who.
No,
I know.
no.
This is me
All right.
being
she's-
passive aggressive.
I literally looked at you. I'm like, I've known you for a long time. What the fuck?
No. This is
No, it's
it
okay.
is what it is.
It's all right. It's just
I'll
it's
give
just
you
a
a hug
sass part of the
afterwards.
show.
It'll be fine.
It's a sass part of the show. Sips tea
Fucking
on the chat
wrestling,
room.
You know?
Anyways,
Oh, you're the best.
on that note, I think it is time to find out before we get into more trouble or run out of pizza. What did you guys learn from wrestling this week? Mike?
Oh boy, what did I learn from wrestling this week? I learned that even if you make Brock Lesnar laugh, he will still take you to Sioux Falls City.
Sioux Falls. That was my favorite. That's my favorite segment in a while on Monday Night Raw.
R-Truth is literally the most entertaining dude on the planet.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
And he's that's him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like can confirm.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's him. I think that's what makes him so entertaining.
Absolutely. What about you, Ronnie?
Wrestling. I learned not. I know. I learned not to be a douchebag on social media.
There you go. You'll get there
That should
someday.
be everybody's takeaway tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
seriously.
Learn how to use Twitter, bitch.
Calm your Twitter
Wow.
down. Wow.
What? Too much?
Wow.
I'm sorry. I
Wow.
don't take it back. Sorry, Impact Champ. My bad.
Well, you Badger, what'd you learn? Okay, I got her eating pizza. I'm sorry.
I learned that Otis's Instagram is my favorite social media account. to
Really?
follow.
Hold
Otis
on.
Otis
Let me
is
pull this
so fucking funny. Like that man is so entertaining, and just like his Instagram stories. I wish there was a way that like you could save people's like stories. I probably shouldn't say this because like I've gotten on stories sometimes and spilled some tea that I'm kind of glad is like can't find it now, can you, bitch? But he
Oh, jeez.
like gold.
Wait, is this for real, or is she photoshopped in with?
I don't
her?
know. You know what?
Oh
Nobody.
wait. Is
Oh,
him
man.
and what's her face in the Titanic?
Mandy?
That's really funny.
There's a Beauty and the Beast with Mandy Rose.
Fucking gold.
Oh jeez. Oh
Is
jeez.
it like what Becky's Twitter used to be?
That's funny
There's
too.
the notebook.
Is it
Is it like what Becky's Instagram used to be?
kinda, but
Okay,
I don't know. I
'cause
find
remember.
I don't know.
Okay. I'm just seeing this now. Holy
Mhm.
crap! That
It's more his
is-
stories where he's like just being.
What is that? What, I don't even know. I should show that one.
That's
Wow.
a man
All right, Let me
owning.
get into the stories. That's just like a side of beef.
I know, but you have to
Holy
listen to him narrate it because he's like,
Oh, man, I
"Ooh,"
can't
he's
pull
like,
it
"Oh
up.
yeah, get the pepper." Got a little. Got a little.
It's only on the Dozer Show. Oh.
It's on a Keurig. I don't know if people are hearing this. I might.
The outside is a little more cooked, but you're so beautiful.
Oh jeez.
That's just an example of
Oh yeah. Got some
ASMR heavy machinery.
sausage.
It's like working out and phallic meats and his dog.
No, there's other.
Oh wait, there's
content.
there's broccoli. You're right.
There's something healthy there.
Oh jeez.
Oh boy.
Can't
There you
forget
go.
the pepper.
Otis_WWE on the Twitter if you want, or on the Instagram. if you want.
Best goddamn.
Jeez.
So funny.
I learned it's all fun and games when a fan brings a weapons match until you poison 300 people with a fire extinguisher.
Holy shit! Did that happen?
Pretty much.
Wait, people got sick from that?
Oh, people got real fucking sick from that.
What the fuck?
So they've been kind of complaining about it on Twitter. So
Wow.
J-Rock got a little wild with the fire extinguisher, and there was a cloud. I think we had a 25-minute intermission after that to do awards and put the cage up. But yeah, it was like right in the front row, and I know Edmonds said his throat was burning. Our boy Damien on camera kind of took it into the face too. There was people.
Yeah,
right
that shit's toxic.
Yeah, it
Like,
He should have given
poisonous.
it up one time.
Give it up one time.
Yeah, he gave it up a few times.
I mean, I was gonna say like
Just heavy.
it's pretty shocking to hear the J-Rock, took it too far.
To be fair, I'm sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
you gotta be careful with those things because that can demutate you and turn you back into a wolf and a snapping turtle.
Oh yeah, there was that one time. That's right.
With
yeah.
the ice cubes and
Yeah.
Man, that club in New York City will never be the same.
No,
go ninja,
no.
go ninja,
Especially
go,
after the
go,
pier was
go,
taken out right
go,
after that.
go,
That's right.
ninja.
No, Ronnie Fasad's not on
What?
this episode.
What? What's
Oh shit! That was terrible.
fine.
Have you not seen the cinematic classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze?
me?
Yes,
Yes.
you. That's a
No.
question for you. Wow,
Ooh.
what the fuck?
It's on
What
the
the
Netflix.
fuck?
Okay,
How
hold
old
on,
are you?
Sorg. We were talking about doing a watch party
29.
for a
If you've
Patreon.
never watched,
That's what we need to do. We just need
Oh
to watch.
jeez.
the
Well, okay,
entire
that's on
movie.
the. That's on.
I'm
That's
not
on.
watching Teenage
Well, that's
Mutant.
going to be
I'm
on
not
Honey.
watching.
That's for $9.99 on Honey browsers.
It is
Browsers.
It is wrestling related.
However,
It is wrestling related. Kevin Nash is in it.
yeah,
what we'll label as there's a better label for it, but if you would like to sit down and watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for me for one of the levels of
For you?
no, like with me, with me.
Don't worry. I got this.
I was gonna say, girl, I can recite it for you right now.
Hey, we can reenact the entire hour and a half
That's-
right now.
that's
I mean,
not
No,
hyperbole.
No, I'm saying if it's like you want me to watch something that like I know I'm not going to enjoy, but you want to try to convince me to enjoy it, like Spider-Man, for a certain amount of money, I will sit down and suffer and let you try to convince me that
which Spider-Man are we talking about? We
all
talking
of them.
Even the Tobey Maguire
boy.
ones?
Spider-Man is
Oh,
my
boy.
least favorite superhero.
God, you're burning all the bridges tonight.
I don't care.
It's
I just,
Oh, he's sticky. Dangerous. So dangerous. I'm so scared.
Hey, to be fair, there are a lot of people who have been in a lot of danger due to sticky things.
I'm afraid of sticky people.
Oh,
Honey
it's a
Braziers.
good thing it's a good thing you brought this up at the end of the show. because, I have many pieces of Spider-Man paraphernalia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
You better,
Yes.
you better be careful.
Like-
That's illegal in New York State.
I literally have right here.
What is he pulling from his crotch? That's just,
Nothing from my Jesus.
He's like, well, allow me
I
to
have-
take it out of my dick. Here, check
I have
this
a
out, everybody.
spider cycle.
mhm.
Oh, shocking.
I-
He's shooting something sticky out. Watch
I have-
out, guys.
I have the Spider Mobile.
All right.
I have a lot of
yeah.
different Spider-Man stuff just at the ready.
All right.
All right, so hold on. So wait, hold on. We need to.
Oh no.
We need.
There's nothing to discuss.
boy.
I like... Hold
She's
on.
allowed, dude. She's allowed.
Guys,
I
I'd like,
know,
She's
I know.
allowed.
I'd like to go home by midnight if that's okay.
There it
with
is, and there's
everybody.
another thing that
Get
we
the
gotta
fuck
record.
out, then.
I'm sticking around.
If I can only. If
Nobody
I can only
nobody
recommend-
is handcuffing you here, Ronnie. If I'm boring you,
No, you're not boring me.
Yeah, seriously, Ronnie. I could only recommend one thing
Mike's
to
put
watch,
me in the freaking doghouse over here.
and that would be.
And we'll
Spider-Man
tell you why
Into the
you're-
Spider-Verse.
Spider Verse.
Spider-Verse.
Spider, that was a
No,
good movie.
like
though. No.
like, even if you don't like Spider-Man, it is a very well made movie.
Mm.
The animation is phenomenal.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
The voice acting is tremendous,
Mm-hmm.
and the soundtrack will blow your fucking hair back.
Mhm.
are we talking about
Like-
cats or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm
yes.
sure the cat soundtrack blows
Yes.
people's minds too, though.
There was a lot of crying for various reasons, from what I
Oh,
understand.
and I also
I can't believe
heard,
Taylor Swift gave herself big cat titties.
I can.
I'm not surprised.
I also heard the Royal Rumble being described like cats because everyone is a Jellicle cat and there's one winner at the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like the comparison more that Midsummer and Cats is essentially the same story. And I don't know how I feel about that because I saw both of those baked out of my mind, and now I'm like, oh wait, I've been here before.
Guys,
And this
It's-
is where we get out of here
it's
before
been
the
fun.
sponsors are like,
Ronnie Starks. Go follow the good guys on
on the Twitter.
on the Pro Wrestling Tees.
Oh yeah, we got one of those now.
Yeah.
I'll post a
Oh,
link.
boy.
Yeah, I'll post a link when it actually is official.
Yes.
And then that way people can buy our merch if they want,
Yes.
or don't. I don't fucking care what you guys
Gina,
do.
do you want to plug anything other than your upcoming Patreon?
I was gonna say get up in my DMs because I'm trying to get my electricity turned on. But Honey Braziers coming to you 2020.
This is the best
I was
outro
gonna say
I've ever heard of a guest.
Patreon.com/honeybrazzers.
Oh fuck! I gotta go grab that now.
That has got to
you
be
really
against.
do.
That has got to be against their policies. Trust me, dude. I talked to people at Patreon once in person, and they're like, "I'm like, yeah, I've been doing this." And we're like, "Oh yeah, that's against our policy." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Oh okay, yeah, and
Lord,
everybody
you just have to
and everybody's
decide
on
it.
Twitch watching girls gaming in their fucking bras because they're really interested in their stats.
That's not.
okay.
That's not what I was doing. But anyways,
I'm just saying, like, we're all very aware of like what's against policy.
no, it was a technical thing. Mad Mike 4883 on the
Yeah.
Twitter.
YouTube.com/Poppy. I don't even know at this point.
Poppy.
Yeah, Poppy's.
Oh, at Sorgatron on Twitter. Please go check out everything again. We did a great interview with the Professor Jacob Edwin. Has been doing some great things over at the Renegade Wrestling Alliance. So please check out. She's played with the dog. Please go check that out on Indie Mayhem Show later this week. And we'll be back next week with the very first round of Mayhem Mania. It starts.
So excited.
Jeez. And then after that is coming up Mayhem 700. A couple weeks after that,
Ooh,
so
what's that?
stay tuned. But it's our 700th episode.
Oh,
That's welcome to 700 Club.
I thought it was like,
What?
like Mayhem
Like
700.
erased?
What? Yeah, like it's Mayhem 700.
No, but like I don't know. In my mind, it was like something cooler. I mean, that's like really cool. No, like that's really cool, but it's like the Indy 5000.
Sunday, and
Like,
Tuesday.
Did you think we were all going to be turning left the entire podcast?
Maybe. Tell him.
We can.
And of course, the podcast dog Wicked also in attendance. We'll see you guys next week. Mayhem out. Jeez. Sorry I didn't drop in the. Let's see. Hashtag kick Ronnie out. Looks like I'm gonna have to cancel my Patreon. So hey, good to see a couple new faces in there in the chat room. Thanks a lot. Hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll be back next Tuesday with I know there will be like a wheel and stuff, and I don't know what all Matt has planned. We'll see you then. Thanks.